Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everyone. Welcome back to another month of releases across the country and across the world with me, KerbSide Collections, Adam Ritchie, sorry. And I don't know why I said my name was KerbSide Collections because that's a bit silly. And my partner in crime, Mr. Shane Hoffmann, at AKA at Blue Relic Hunter. Good to see you
What
again,
is
my man.
going on, Adam? Another
Uh,
month has rolled around.
another month,
I don't
another
know how.
extraordinarily quick month. And obviously, this show, we're recording this on Monday, the 27th. So there's a couple of labels that haven't announced yet because it's not the end of the month, in quotes. So we'll just touch on those next month, obviously. But we've got a lot of content either way. There's so many Australian releases I want to talk about, especially for December. December is a mammoth month for physical media, and some real good surprises coming next year too that I have been privy to getting some information on. Things that are most likely to arrive and some that definitely will arrive. But first off, Shane,
Yes,
you're going to
Adam.
have a turn at putting me under the pump. Let's do that. I'm going to
Oh,
let you go first. You had some surprises for me, you said. So I'm
oh, yeah,
intrigued. So
yeah.
I'm kicking it off straight away.
All right. I can do that. I had this thought, and I want to kick it off this way because this is a bit funny too, and I think
Hmm.
you'll find it a bit amusing. I had this thought in the shower earlier.
Oh,
This is how
thinking
I'm going
about
to
me in
kick
the
it off.
shower. Loving that.
Yep,
Excellent.
absolutely. While I
I'm
was just
flattered.
lathering myself in a very nice gel. And I had this thought about TV shows, and I was like, okay, now we've seen a few 4K shows, old shows. This is more about old shows coming out, like Seinfeld. We
Hmm.
had Friends,
Knight Rider.
just two off the top. Now, what I was thinking is like, does the world need these old shows to come back on 4K? Is this something we really want? I know they've done it with those two, and for prices that are well beyond anyone's normal reach, you know, because there's loads of old shows out there that are really wild. But
Yeah.
do we want them as these 4K representations? And do we really want to pay these exorbitant amounts like for them? And I just had this thought earlier, and I
Mm,
was like, I think that's something pretty cool to chat about and discuss because, you know,
I agree.
I mean, I really wanted that Seinfeld set
Hmm.
because I love Seinfeld. As
Yeah.
a big fan from when I was a kid, but that pricing for me, it just shut that down.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Um,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, Friends, amazing. I already had the Blu-ray box set of that, so it's not something I would totally go
Mm.
hard on.
Hmm.
But there's so many other shows like that I could think of from way back in the day that I love, but would I really go to the distance of
Mm.
paying that much just to see it razzled up?
Uh,
So
so to answer
that's
your
what I
first
thought.
question, do we need them? I'm famous for no, for saying I only ever buy DVDs when it's TV show. It's the only time I feel it's acceptable to watch something in standard def, even though watching it free to air or whatnot. Not that I watch free to air TV, but subscription TV, I only really buy the 4K format of those. But when it comes to physical, I would only really want, I think Blu-ray's really good enough, especially for older shows with a HD upgrade.
For sure. Yeah.
I did used to own Seinfeld on DVD, and sold it before I actually moved from Tassie to Queensland. It was one of the few things I got rid of, physical media wise. I regret it, but again, yeah, I would buy the Seinfeld 4K set one day when I see it cheap enough, simply for the fact I don't own it physically. I would never buy Friends
Yeah.
because I don't. I think Friends has aged really badly, and I'm not. Oh, it's not a show I'll watch over and over. I'd love to see The Office get at least a Blu-ray upgrade. I'm
Yeah.
not really answering any questions, but for me, I'm not really keen. A modern TV show on 4K, absolutely, because they're suitable for 4K, like Fallout or like what's it called, Game of Thrones and stuff like that. Westworld, those shows in 4K, absolutely, because that's what they were made for. But older shows, give them a Blu-ray touch up, a HD upgrade from a 720, maybe give them a widescreen if they weren't filmed in widescreen. As long as you don't lose some image like they did with the Simpsons. But good question. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it is cool because over the years, TV, just regular TV, has always brought back old shows.
Hmm.
We've seen MASH reruns so many times. that
Mm,
we probably know those shows note for note now. But sometimes the on the streaming, it just doesn't look as good. Like not even
no,
close. Like the stuff they put on Netflix with Seinfeld. Some of that was rough as guts, but they were saying
really.
that was this is like 4K. And I'm looking at it
Mm,
going, I don't know about that.
I doubt it.
It doesn't
This
look too
no,
flash.
it wouldn't be 4K on Netflix. Seinfeld wouldn't be 4K on Netflix. I'd be
Now
really
this
surprised.
this was before they announced that they were
Mm,
putting it out, and I reckon we touched upon it way back then. But yeah, I just found it an interesting thought more than anything because there's not too many old shows that I would be like, oh my God, I need to have that on 4K. That's like
oh,
it's a
well.
must,
Well,
you know.
I'm going to eat my words. Netflix, sorry, Seinfeld is in 4K on Netflix. I've just looked it up on Just Watch, and it's HD on other things, but it's 4K with the
Hmm.
premium. Interesting, interesting. I own it on iTunes because I bought it a long, long time ago when I actually first moved to Queensland after I got rid of the DVD set. I'm actually going to see if I have if my Seinfeld is 4K on Apple TV because I'd be really interested to know.
I
While I
think
do
that's
that,
the thing that makes you question, or just the streaming stuff for something like that is what we're viewing on a streaming platform in 4K
mm,
as good as a physical media release of a 4K representation.
well, it
And
couldn't be. I mean, a movie's not, so it couldn't be as good.
so that's kind of what made
Are there
me
any?
go, well, yeah, maybe I want the physical one if I could afford it, or I can't afford it, so I'm stuck
Mm,
watching the streaming version of it.
yeah.
Um,
Thinking about it a bit more though, as we're going along, I would like to see maybe more dramatic shows in 4K. Like I would love to see Breaking Bad get a 4K upgrade or Mad Men, something like that. As for a sitcom, I think a sitcom is fine enough in Blu-ray. So I would like to look if a sitcom is going to get a 4K upgrade, personally, I'd like to see The Office or even How I Met Your Mother or something like that. Two and a Half Men would be great. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, what do any shows you have in mind that you'd like to see upgraded to Blu-ray or 4K?
well, it's already had a Blu-ray, but it was very expensive then. But
Hmm.
MacGyver,
Yeah, man, MacGyver would be sick.
I would love to
Yeah.
even have that on Blu-ray because I have the DVD box set and I was watching it. This was a few years ago, and it's got that real TV look about it. It's a little bit shady in some places. It's a bit dark.
Mm.
Colors aren't great, but I love that show. Like, and
Yeah.
when I did see there was a Blu-ray box coming out, it was very expensive. So
Was
I have
it?
no doubt for a show that had so many seasons and so many episodes, a 4K would be just stupendous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one that I was thinking of. Another one would be The Wonder Years. I grew up watching that week after week.
Yeah,
I
I
love
loved
that
the Wonder
show.
Years. I had a crush on
Um,
what was her name? Wendy?
Winnie,
Winnie. Yeah, Wendy.
Winnie. I mean,
Yeah.
totally hot now. I
Is
mean,
she? Yeah.
yeah, she didn't just grow up and go weird. No, she grew up and just got hotter. So, and she's still doing
You'd hope
things
so.
even to this day. So,
Okay.
I mean, like you were saying, there's shows like that come out in this time that are
Mm.
4K and they look
Yeah.
great on 4K. Like you said, Game of Thrones is one. I'm surprised that, Breaking Bad wouldn't have something like that probably in the pipeline.
Possibly.
Um, if they could do it.
There is a
Um,
Blu-ray re-release coming of it with it includes El Camino. I think it's a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I
Mm.
remember you did. I'm sure you mentioned that on our
Yeah, I think I
last
did. Yeah.
episode. But you were saying Two and a Half Men. Well, I did see online the other week that's getting a Blu-ray box set.
Is it?
I
Count me
can't
in.
remember who's doing it, but I did see that, and I was like,
Was that an
wow,
NBC show? So probably Paramount? Yeah, interesting.
it could have been. Yeah, like for a whole set of that show, that's probably going to be up in the
Yeah,
double
12
figures.
seasons. I'm
It's a lot.
I'm actually a bit of an apologist for those last 3 seasons with Ashton Kutcher as well. I mean, they're obviously not as good as the Charlie seasons, but they're still pretty good. I
Yeah.
still get good enough laughs out of them, mainly because of Alan. John Cryer is the guts of that show. Like without him being the sniveling little sad man that he is, that show would be nothing. He's brilliant. Anyway,
They play off each other really well. Oh,
mm,
for all the Charlie seasons, they were just
yeah,
a very good chemistry. You
mm,
couldn't help but laugh at what either of them said, and it was just awesome.
yeah. And Berta,
Great
Berta
show.
was awesome. Berta's great. Yeah.
But
On that note, though, when you're talking about, because I did have something I want to bring up, and it's a nice little segue into region coding when you talk about you don't know who might be doing 2.5 Men. So I've just kind of thought, because I've seen this question asked before, and I just want to give like a bit of a PSA on region coding. So if you're buying from overseas, if you're on Amazon and you're buying Blu-rays, obviously 4K are region free for the most part. But for Blu-rays, if you're buying from like a major studio, it's a Paramount or a Warner or a Sony title, or who's the other one? Paramount starts with P as well, doesn't it?
um,
Am I missing something? Paramount, Universal, sorry. Universal starts with
that's
P
all right.
now.
Yep.
But they basically don't region code their Blu-rays. They're just generally, if you can see an image of it, you can check it on Blu-ray.com. If you see the back cover, it's really only region coded if you see the region code printed on the back cover. If it's not there, you can pretty much rest assured it's going to be region free. So just wanted to let people know if you are concerned about buying some of those things, especially on Amazon. Amazon will say that this is have a big warning saying this might not work on Australian, New Zealand players, blah, blah, blah. Those bigger studio titles, for the most part, will. If you want to double check, yeah, just check Blu-ray.com, type in the title of the movie, and it will generally tell you if it's A, B, or C, if it works, or region free. Anyway, not sure if you're aware of that, if you have any comments to add or.
I don't. I think region coding isn't as big a deal as it used to be. Like,
No,
a
no.
lot of like US stuff. I mean, it was region A, it was region one, and you had to have an all region player to
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yep.
But I think as times are moving on, especially with 4K stuff, having it region free, you're broadening your market to sell these to anyone
Yeah.
because down here we've played it tough for a long time, way better now, but
Mm,
a lot of
mm,
importing was being done, a lot of money was being spent, a lot of lead time to get that from whatever part of the world you're trying to get it from.
mm-hmm.
And I think it's fantastic that we're getting more of that overseas content because to, pay 50, $60 or more for one
Mm,
film, it's
mm.
brutal. It has
Yes.
been for a long time.
Yep.
And, we deserve to have what they've got over there, like they deserve to have what we've got down here. I,
Well,
I,
sorry, just another segue on that I'm not sure if you saw, but when you say they deserve what we've got here, but the dogma of Umbrella can't be, like, for US people who said you can't buy it in the US. Were you aware of that little phenomenon?
saw something about that. Something about it was
Mm.
being cancelled in US or
Yeah,
something like that. I
yeah.
didn't read the whole article because I only saw that. Oh, it might have been this morning or last night.
Yeah.
So
Listening to Kevin Smith, because I listened to his podcast, or Hollywood Babylon podcast, and he's talked about it on there how he not that Kevin Smith does not have the rights back to his movie, but there's a woman that grew up not far down the road from him. She contacted him and she ended up buying it in a fire sale through Harvey Weinstein's lawyers. She got the rights to Dogma, and she actually approached him and said, I've got it. What do you want to do with it? And Kevin Smith gave her his spiel. This is what I want on tour around the country with it. Want to re-release it in cinemas, blah, blah, blah. She allowed him to do all that. Obviously, he takes a cut for it. The physical media side of it, she actually wants it to remain in the countries that it's each region to have their own access to it. She doesn't want it to be imported and exported anywhere else. So if you do want the Dogma in Australia, you're probably going to have to get it on Umbrella. I don't reckon your importers like Outrun or Dead End, whoever you get your imports from, are going to be able to get the Lionsgate version that the US get. So I think you're going to be stuck with the umbrella version. But when I say stuck with the umbrella versions, whichever one you choose, they're pretty fucking spectacular, to be honest. I think they've done exceptional with their packaging.
It's off its tits. Like
Mm.
it's Wake in Fright on steroids. Like that's
Hmm.
another formula that they've got in play. They did the exact same thing, and that show that we did, and I said
Hmm.
I reckon it's going to be a big box
Yes.
for X amount, and there will
Yep.
be a merch pack for X amount,
Yep.
and
You
then the
called it.
next day it dropped.
Yeah. 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 You called it really
So,
well.
you know,
And I reckon I was in at least the first five people to order it because I was on my screen. I was at work in quotes, and I was refreshing my page, and I actually even messaged them and said, "Hey, this," because they announced it's going to be live from 10 a.m. the next day, and it wasn't. It took till
yeah.
about 10:15, and I messaged them on Insta said, "It's not ready yet. It's not there." And then as soon as I sent
Waiting.
that, it became available, and I went bang, ordered along with which I'll talk about later. I ordered along with the Tox box and the Infernal Affairs trilogy. So yeah, because I'd been keen on Dogma for a long time. I my FOMO was not going to mofo out this time. That's for sure.
It's come up on I don't know how many episodes we've done that you've talked about it. I want it.
Yeah,
We've talked about it
yeah.
again of how much you want it.
It's been the holy
And
grail of physical media. And this is all because I had it in my little hand about 10 years ago in JB Hi-Fi. I was like, oh, I'll get it next time. Never saw it again on Blu-ray, and it was like $16. I felt so stupid. But anyway, so I think that's part of the reason I mean, I do love the movie and always have, but I think that's part of the reason I was excited for it because I missed out last time. Sorry, I did cut you off. So
well, you were in a
um,
dogma frenzy.
yes,
It just came over you.
it'll happen. It will happen. I do look, this is going to be a big show. I don't know if I said that at the start. We've got a lot to talk about, but I do want to also talk about I got an email, some of you might have seen from Viavision saying, thanks for being in the first 1,000 people to order this Halloween Fat Pumpkin Steelbook set. It's been delayed to this 6 weeks, basically. It's delayed for 6 weeks. Anyway, it's been delayed. So cool, whatever. I wouldn't have minded getting it to watch it over Halloween or check it out, but we'll wait till next Halloween to show it off. My Hitchcock,
Seriously. What the
sorry.
fuck?
Okay.
What the
Yeah, no.
fuck?
Well, I did mention on a show or two ago that
Mm,
there are shortages globally for the material, especially for steelbooks, because there's so much physical media being pumped out. So everything's really backlogged.
yeah.
And that's the reason my Hitchcock set that's coming, it actually was posted last Friday. I should have it this week. Hitchcock, which one did I get? The Hitchcock 9. There was only 1,000 of those, which is sold out as well. And that's finally on its way. That was delayed by another month, 6 weeks too. So yeah, it's interesting. And you can see even with the Back to the Future sets, we're getting them in December in Australia. They were released a couple of weeks ago everywhere else around the world. We have to wait a couple of months for them. So
Mm.
yeah, I guess it takes longer to get to Australia as well. We're last cab off the rank, I suppose, when it comes to getting getting physical media. And last thing to touch on, last talking point I want to talk about before we get onto our segments proper. Last episode, if you tuned in, you would have heard Shane and I have a good old sesh, a good old smack of Viavision and their pricing. It was lovely to see. I saw on some forums
Hmm.
online
Yep.
the pricing with Ace Ventura, and a lot of people are starting to get on board with what Viavision are doing to physical media collectors in Australia. They're being a bit pissy, I think, and a lot of people are picking up on it. So, is their business model going to run out? Is it going to die in the ass as we say, or is it going to be the same? I mean, again, obviously, it's hard for me to throw stones living in a glass house buying that Halloween set, but that Halloween set was a really good reset for me and rethink for just buying shit off the cuff and being a bit nuts about it. As you'll see when I talk about what I've had arrive this month and everything. Do you want to whip back into Viavision about their pricing, or do you want to jump back on the pile on with the rest of us again?
Oh, I did see those comments too
Mm,
on those pages.
yeah.
And I just thought, well, this just goes to show we're not the only two people in Australia that are
Mm,
seeing this and feeling this,
mm,
talking about it. It's not to say that people listen to our show here and go, you know what, I'm getting on that bandwagon. No, I think people are already on the
Yeah.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
And as it just starts to travel around, people are just jumping on, going, you know what? They're
Mm.
absolutely right.
Yep.
Those prices are just stupendous.
Yep.
And for what we're getting out of it, it comes in a nice box, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Steelbook, blah blah blah. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's some steelbooks that cost, you know, very cheap. It
Mm-hmm.
could be. I think it was Final Destination was a good example because the
Yeah.
the regular one was what 36.95, and then the
Yeah.
steel was 39.95.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, right?
And it's a no-brainer. Why would you
Mm.
not pay an extra $3 for
Absolutely.
this artwork on the
Mm-hmm.
steel that is absolutely amazing?
Yep.
So, it's just really, as time goes on, the prices keep increasing, and here we
Yeah.
are starting to question those prices. Do I really want this?
Eh,
How much do I want it?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
You spent $500 on a pumpkin with stills in it, in a
Yeah.
in a glass box,
Yeah.
and you're like, yes, there's 1,000 of these. Whoa.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they're like, okay, people,
Then they
we're going to
fucked
do
us.
another 1,000.
Yeah.
And now it's delayed because they're still growing the pumpkins in that field and they
Mm.
don't have enough pumpkins,
Yes.
but they
It's
still cranked it out pretty hard. Like, you could still go onto the JB website. It was still on pre-order for way, way
it's
longer than I
it's out.
thought
Yeah, it's out of stock again now. Has been for a little bit.
it is now, but it was on
Yeah.
there for at least a
Yeah.
week or so, maybe longer.
Yep.
So we keep coming back to that one because you
Mm.
bought it and
Yeah. Yeah.
you
And
bought
that's
it
yeah.
for good reason. It's unbelievably authentic, amazing in
Yeah. I
what
think
it
it'll be a
is
kick-ass
depicting.
set. Yeah. When it arrives, it'll be pretty kick-ass. I hope, fucking hope so. I like the steelbooks. I thought the steelbooks were really great, and I don't have any big centerpiece like that as a collector item. I'd never buy stuff like that. So, and I love the Halloween franchise. So I don't know. I'm talking myself into it, but again, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm selling my Shout Factory ones if anyone wants to DM me and and offer something.
Come on. You can't get rid of them. You just can't.
Well, two of them
I
are
mean,
still sealed. Numbers 2 and 3 are still sealed. Yeah.
well, if you're really going to get rid of them, I know a guy.
If I could
He's
give them
over
away,
it.
I'd give them to you, but I'd need to sell them to help pay for the other ones.
No, I would totally, no, I'd totally buy them.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
never actually got any of them. I missed
oh,
out.
didn't you? Send me a
Because
DM
when,
then.
when I started, getting into Screen Factory stuff,
Yeah.
those were kind of, well, not available. And they
Mm.
were hard to get in Australia anyway. And people down here on
Yeah.
eBay wanted just ridiculous amounts for them
Yeah.
each.
Look, admittedly, I do have mine listed on eBay at. I've just reduced the price. It was a kind of a ridiculous price, but if it sells on eBay,
I'm
then they
missing out
take a
of,
cut. eBay take a cut, and they just it's and then you pay for postage and blah blah blah. Anyway, we'll talk about this offline if you like. But yeah,
before you know it, you didn't make any money and it didn't pay for the pumpkin.
no,
And you're just left going, I'm in debt to a pumpkin. Yeah.
I bought a pumpkin for $500. It's like fucking buying magic beans for your cow. Oh
Maybe
God,
you
yeah.
should plant the pumpkin out the back and see what grows out of it.
I could grow more Halloweens.
You could maybe get some more pumpkins
I
out of it.
might go. I just
Hey,
put some H2O on it and see how many other Halloweens pop out. That was good. Good Tish. Well, let's move on to the next the next segment. Transfers of the month. You got anything?
I do. I
All
do.
right, let's do it.
I've
I
only
have
got
three, by
like
the way, but yeah, go ahead.
I've only got one. Well, one that I've watched at home because I bought the Nightmare collection and I've been working my way through them and they're really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I can highly vouch
Mm.
that picking up this set, it's worth $149 as
Yep.
opposed to the Steelbook box that
Mm.
looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But for $500, I think
It sucks.
that'd
It
be
sucks that
worth.
Warner don't release that here. It just sucks that Warner don't release that here, and we only get
Well,
that.
what's to say this one doesn't sell really well, and then 6 months down the track? something else pops out.
But they normally do the
Um,
opposite here. They normally give us the steel, then the standards. So it's a bit of a kick in the pants. But anyway, whatever. We
well, it
got
was
it. We at least
interesting.
we got it.
I mean, I imported the first one. Well, I got it off Rick,
Yep.
and I pre-ordered that straight off the bat. As soon as he put it up, bam, I was all over it. So I
Hmm.
got the big box, and that was still down here eventually.
Yep.
Not at the time, but months later, JB got it.
Mm.
And I thought that was really cool that JB put that out. I mean, I
Mm.
ordered both because I'm a bit of a weirdo like that. I'm like, yep, I want the regular with the slip and I want this fat ass box.
Hmm.
So, I've got both. But I
Mm.
really think these are worth picking up. I mean, you get the cool slip with it that
Yeah.
goes over the big box. I'm up to number 5. I watched that last night.
Okay.
Uh, and really cool. I know a lot of people don't like number 2. It is a very weird mixed bag of sorts, but I actually really fucking like that one a lot because the actual violence in that is still sort of in the Wes Craven vein because it's graphic. As they move on, they get a little bit fluffy, and there's a little bit more comedy in each one as it goes. Freddy's not
Yeah.
as gruesome and brutal, but that one he still really was. And I think the actual detail, more so in the finale, and I've brought this up before, the Blu-rays really brought some crazy shit out of that film. This has brought out more crazy shit.
Okay.
Like those little dog people and the faces on the dog people
Yeah.
when she's going into, the boiler, and it's like, oh my God, they've even made this more amazing, you know? And when he's just
Mm.
melting to nothing at the end, it's like, holy shit.
Okay.
This
Looks really good. I'm actually just going through my letterbox to see what I've rated each of these. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, number two, I only gave it three stars, but the
which for
last one,
you is actually quite good.
yeah, that's worth checking out for me. 3 stars is worth
Yeah,
checking
for
out.
sure.
The Final
Um,
Nightmare, I've only given 1 star though. That's my worst rated.
Final Nightmare. Is
Yeah.
that Freddy's Dead?
No, it's just called The Final Nightmare, 1991.
Yeah, that's Freddy's Dead. That's number 6. That one is the
This.
most comedic of them all.
Okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you've got Wes Craven's New Nightmare,
Yes.
and that rated incredibly well, like
Yeah, it's good.
compared to the last year that came out before it.
Yeah. Well, I
That
gave that
was
a 3.5, but yeah, it's good. It's cool concept.
so that was I don't know, kind of bringing back a little bit of brutality as well. I mean, with Wes at the
Mm.
helm, it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Wes
A
was
lot more
uh,
blood and guts.
hard to say, but he was a master. He was a horror master, Wes. He was, yeah, incredible. As you know, I'm not really telling you, that's not really a hot take, is it? But yeah, big fan.
But that's about because I've been
Okay.
working my way through that whole collection, so
Yeah.
highly recommend that.
Mm.
If you're into your horror and you love the Nightmare franchise, that's a no-brainer to pick up. And if you really want that version with the
Mm.
cardboard slip, which it's thick enough,
Yep.
it's worth grabbing. It's really cool art on the front, and I think for us to get something like that down here,
Yeah.
that's gold.
Hopefully, we
It
get the
really
Lethal
is.
Weapon box set when they bring that out, because we will get a Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon box set too. That
Well,
one. Yeah.
I'd totally pick that up, even
Yeah.
though, I got the box and, you can get the regular edition as well for a very cheap price. But I would totally get that box because I love those films. They're just,
Yeah.
they're just good fun.
I need to rewatch. I watched number one earlier in the year, and I need to watch two, three, and four. I have a Blu-ray set of those. Yeah, but we will get a Lethal Weapon box for sure. Maybe next year, but it's not going to be this year, is it? My transfers. I've got three, as I said. I'll
Yep.
go in reverse order that I watched them. I'll rewatch the '70s Invasion of the Body Snatchers just on the weekend, and might have been yesterday, and that's phenomenal. I love that movie so hard. It's like my third favorite horror movie, I think. Three of my three of my four favorite horror movies are actually all from the '70s. Body Snatch, it looks great, great movie. Our next one, Trick or Treat, the Arrow Trick or Treat, an immaculate transfer. Fuck, that's a really great transfer. The first time I watched it was through nefarious means, and it wasn't an amazing. Well, it was a Blu-ray copy, but the 4K really, really is a massive upgrade. And look, a fun as hell Halloween movie. It's really great. I really like it. It's just like this anthology tale, all set in the one town that all just comes together, gels together at the end with the characters. Basically, really, really good fun movie. And the last one, I picked up Paranorman off, got a steelbook off Amazon cheap. I think it was before the Prime Day. And the 4K transfer of Paranorman is stunning. Animation is so stunning in HDR, and the way Leica animate. I mean, Paranorman is a great movie, and it looks amazing in 4K as well. Stunning stuff. Have you seen any of those ones?
I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen Paranorman at all. But funny enough, they're actually doing a screening of Paranorman on
Ooh.
some cinemas down here in Adelaide.
Yep. Yep.
And I thought
Tis
that
the
was
season.
pretty fitting after I saw your
Mm.
post about that. So I was like, oh yeah, that would be cool. Maybe it's time to check it
Oh,
out.
hey, I reckon you'd
Um,
like it if you can get to it. Yeah, it's good fun.
because I know you said you really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah. We're moving on to our labels, I believe. Good sir. I'll let you go first. What have you got first off, first cab off the rank for you?
well, I've got my favorite, which is VS. I haven't really got anything from VS for a while with everything that's been happening, but we've got some pretty cool
Oh.
stuff, and they're dropping more stuff November 1st. So some very cool stuff coming by the sounds of it because we're leading into Black Friday, and anyone that's bought from VS before knows that Black Friday is just hell on earth and it's just
Mhm.
mental. So this month they dropped Romeo and Juliet, which is pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
another film in that vein of the Kaufman collection. You know, they did Sergeant Kabuki Man a couple months
Hmm.
ago. So maybe they've kind of got some rights to those films that they're putting them out. I think people have really wanted Romeo and Juliet. I have
Yeah,
seen
I
it
heard it's
many,
no.
many moons ago.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Back on it's either VHS or DVD. It's one of the two because that's been around for a while. Another one called Ruby, an older one, The Man Who Could Cheat Death. Another Argento one, not an old one, called Sleepless. So, like the card player, I think they're maybe dabbling into his later works and bringing them out. Men from the Gutter, and their cinematography release was King of Gypsies, which is an old one. I think it's one of Eric Roberts' first films, which
Oh,
Imprint
yeah.
put out on Blu-ray. But this is a
Okay.
4K version of it. So once again, we see the old Imprint puts out the Blu-ray overseas 4K
Yep.
eventually. So that would be pretty cool to pick up because
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Eric's work. I always have been. He's a great
Yep.
actor.
Really
Uh,
underrated. Oscar nominated he was once upon a time. Yeah, he's a good
yeah,
actor.
like I've banged on about it before. Runaway Train being one of my faves
You have,
from when I was
yes.
younger. Um,
Yep.
and he doesn't steal the show in that one, but I mean, John Voight, come on, he's an
Yeah.
absolute madman in that film. To even compete with him in that film would have been
Mm.
hard, but he was up there, very emotional.
Before his Anaconda days. Yep.
Oh God, yeah, that scene of him getting vomited out was it's gold, and he wins.
Anaconda's
Ah,
so good,
yeah,
man. And it's
love
so
it.
badly good. Goodly bad.
And last but not least, we have the Degorza
Mm.
VHS releases. We've got Haunted Ween and The Last Slumber Party.
Haunted Ween.
Yes, Haunted Ween in
Oh
one word.
dear. I don't know. I've
So,
got jokes, but none of them are good.
well, you're dead. They're not meant to be good. So, you know.
No. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fair.
basically, there's those like VHS releases. They normally sell out pretty quick. I think
Mm.
there's about 100 people in the world who just really
Yeah.
like them because they only release 100
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's
or
got to be 100.
100-ish, and they sell out like
Out of 8
really
billion
fast.
people, yeah, 100. Yeah.
I know.
No,
I'm not one of them.
no,
But
no.
yeah, so that's all that's coming out for VS for this point in time. But big news is the pre-flash releases are going to be dropping November 1st. So by the time we hit our
Mm,
next episode, we'll be rolling into Black Friday like
yes.
tornadoes of death.
Yeah.
And the next release that they've hinted is the new VSU, which is very exciting. And from their artwork, it's looking like it could be Blanca from Street Fighter,
Oh,
which
okay.
which is interesting. It's an
It
interesting
makes sense because of
release
the remake
for
movie.
that. All
Yeah.
true. But I mean, some people are really cracking the sads about some of these releases that are coming out for the VSU stuff. And I just think, well, no, this is really cool. This
Yeah.
isn't like a line that is it has to be about this genre. They don't do that.
No,
They go for stuff that is just it's all over the shop. You know, we got Mac and
it
Me, we
is.
got the
Yeah.
Golden Child, we got
Yeah.
Southern Comfort Roadhouse, we got all
Congo.
sorts of crazy shit. Like
Yeah.
who doesn't
Yeah.
own Congo, Adam?
Me.
Okay. Okay. It's all right. I knew you were
I'll
going
get
to
it one
say
day. It'll be. I'll check it. I'll check it out in the Black Friday sales. But it's never come to
I
a price I'm willing to pay.
I guarantee you, Adam, rolling into Black Friday this year, it will be in those daily deals. I guarantee it because it's
Yep.
been out for well
Are
over a
you
year
gonna?
now.
Are you gonna order from that site? Because if you see it for me for cheap, I'm absolutely going to
Well,
get it.
no one can see it, but I'm really tickling it right now.
He's excited.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there was a monthly ritual for you ordering off VS. Now you've
it
taken a
was
break.
for a long time. Like
Hmm.
I went a good solid, easily from last Black Friday to July.
You'd have a great VS collection. Like you could make a fortune on eBay, I reckon, if you wanted to. Because they are truly limited collector sets. Yeah.
All yeah, well, I mean Roadhouse for one is I
Roadhouse.
I don't know who would pay that for that set, to be honest. I mean,
That's
there's
not a
some
great
on there
value.
for $400. Like,
Fucking hell.
it's what you're willing to pay, and
Yes.
I don't know. I just couldn't part with them. I've done this shit before. I parted with things, and I'll never get them back.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I think you just have to go, well, I'll just ride these things out and I'll just hang on to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't bought anything since I got back to Adelaide. So we're looking at about 3.5 months now.
Yep.
And Black Friday's coming. And I don't know if I'll have the cashola to swing another Black Friday from VS because it's not
Yeah.
cheap. But I'll be very excited to see what they've got and tell everyone on the next episode, or maybe December's episode of Black Friday Madness at VS. So it's always a good time for that shit because they
Yeah.
just bring out all this stuff out the woodwork. They might have old stuff that they forgot they had, like from way back. They've been doing a lot of that stuff lately as well. So yeah, what are you going to hit us with, Adam, for
Well,
your first taxi out of the station?
before I do, we forgot to talk about what we've had arrive and what we've got on order. Do you have much to talk about there?
Absolutely not. Basically,
Fair enough.
stop it. Stop that laughing. Basically, all I've picked up since last show was the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K collection,
Hmm.
which I am really digging right now. And I got the Ballerina 4K still, and I haven't watched that yet. But I will say that I got very lucky because JB, someone there mislabeled it, and I got it for
Yeah.
32.95 instead of
Those.
44.95. And
Mm.
I said, "I'm sorry, mate, but I'm correct, and you need to
Yes.
put that through." And he's like, "I will,
Yeah.
absolutely, sir."
Yeah, yeah, they're
Done.
good. They're good how they do that. I've had a couple of fights sometimes, but it's weird how they mislabel them so much. Like it's
Yeah,
strange.
for us,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is.
because that it is a
Yeah.
very nice looking steel. Very
Yeah. Sorry, what was the steel? Corpse Bride?
ballerina.
Oh, Ballerina. Yeah, my local didn't have that. I got the standard with my Perks $10 voucher because I ended up
Yeah,
paying when they had their 20% off sale. I ended up paying like I don't know, not much, $19 for it, I guess. I don't know. And then the steel came out, and yeah, the steel looked really nice, but whatever, it's all good. And so you got nothing on order?
No,
Okay. Now I know
no,
this. Yes, sorry everyone listening, but yeah, we forgot to do this before we went into the labels, but we're going to do it. We're going to indulge, and
it's
I
all
know
good.
because I know this is Shane's favorite part of the episode is when I tell him how many I've had arrive for the month.
I
He
know, right?
he rolls his eyes every time and has a chuckle. But again, it's lower numbers. It's still lower numbers, and a lot of these are. I got quite a good stack from CEX through the month, but I've had 57 arrive. One of those arrived 5 minutes before we started recording, and that's from the Amazon Prime Day sale happened too. So I got quite a few from there. So a lot of those are from there and from CEX. I did pick up the Panic Room Steelbook, which I will let everyone know is actually going to get a release in Australia locally next year. I think around March or before March, just as I buy it. Excellent. Good news. I picked up where I got this from. My wife got it highlighted to talk about, but I picked up A Lizard in a Woman's Skin, a Lucio Fulci movie. I think I picked it up from CEX, actually. Or my
Right.
apologies. No, I apologize. It would have been in JB as part of the 2-for-1 deal and the 20% off sale and their horror thing that they had earlier in the month. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. Anyway, I'm skipping over quite a few. I did pick up the Superman Steelbook and the F1, the movie Steelbook. Two of my favorite comedies. These are not region free. These are Shout Factory Blu-rays that you're just never going to get in Australia and are really unlikely to get upgrades. I picked up Nothing But Trouble, Dan Aykroyd directed movie from 91 with Chevy Chase and Demi Moore. One of those shitty comedies that I just really love. I don't know if anyone else knows Nothing But Trouble, but look it up. It's good fun. It's quite funny, and no one seems to know about it. And I picked up another one that people seem to hate on Letterboxd, but I pissed myself laughing. It's called Murder by Death. It's kind of a piss take in the vein of Clue, and I'm pretty sure from memory Peter Sellers is in this. But it's got quite a big cast, and I thought it was really funny, really funny. Yeah, it's people at a dinner table, and there's a murder happens, and it's kind of a spoof on that genre. I did pick up in the Amazon sale To Kill a Mockingbird 4K that has been in and out of Australia with weird pricing and weird whatnot. People probably remember
Mm.
that from last year. It was on the boards and then got cancelled, and then all of a sudden, Vision brought it out at an elevated price, as they tend to do. And also picked up Arctic and Old Lace, a Criterion Collection Blu-ray, which is an old Cary Grant movie and a movie most people really need to be seeing. It's directed by Frank Capra. Really, really funny movie and worth seeing. I'm not sure if you've seen Blind. Have you seen Blind Spotting? I picked up a Blu-ray of that as well in the Amazon
Blind
sale.
spotting.
Mm.
I know the show.
Yeah, the show is based off the movie.
Right.
I never watched the show, but the movie is fantastic. It's a very, very good movie.
I'm just looking that up because I have heard of it, but
Mm.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Big recommend. It's a 2018 movie.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, that's definitely the one. I mean,
mm,
7.4 out of 10 is nothing to
mm.
sneeze at.
Yeah, on IMDb, that's a big score. Yeah. Also picked up
Sure.
at CEX, I picked up Black Sheep and Severance was a Blu-ray double pack, an umbrella one, and they just got 4K upgrades. So I think that's why someone's traded in into CEX. I'm happy to pick up those. So they've upgraded. And I pick up their Blu-ray. It was only like maybe $15. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, sweet, I need to watch that. I need to watch Black Sheep for the super fun happy horror hour anyway, when Uncle Wayno is going to be a guest on it. That's one of his movies he's picked. If anyone that listens to this listens to that, be ready for that treat around Christmas time. And I also picked up one that's been on my list for a long time to find, and I finally found Hail Caesar, the Coen Brothers movie, which is not one of them better known ones, but one that is sneakily funny that most people just don't seem to enjoy as much. It's definitely not a Pete Coen Brothers movie, but it's still a very good Coen Brothers movie. And the one I talked about that just arrived before tonight, did I talk about it? The Blob, from the 1988. That was part of the Prime Day sale, which I am really keen to see. I might watch that before Halloween hits. I'll briefly talk about what I've got coming because I don't have a lot that I haven't already spoken about. Still to come in the Amazon sale, I picked up the Agnes Varda collection. That was really cheap. Blu-ray set and Major League. If you've ever watched the Criterion Closet videos, a lot of people pick up the Agnes Varda box set. So obviously that made me curious, and I should have that by the end of the week. I also pre-ordered from Easy DVD Angel's Egg, their umbrella release, because it's cheaper on there. It's way cheaper on there, and you still get the slip for no extra cost. And I also ordered Boogie Nights, which is something we need to talk about because Boogie Nights has been cancelled and I got a refund for that. It's off all the websites. It's got a refund for that. It's off all the websites. It's basic. I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
No,
Yeah,
as
it's
far
on
as I was
hold.
aware, it was coming out.
I'm not sure the steelbook is even coming out. I did ask whether the steelbook is cancelled as well, but yeah, my people don't know that. But yeah, it's just been put on hold, which is, I don't know, might be a materials thing. It might be a quality thing. Might not have passed quality checks. But anyway, we'll wait. If it gets the steelbook still comes out, then I'll be really surprised why the standard hasn't. Yeah, anyway, maybe
Like a rights issue thing.
I I hope not. I'm
That
hoping
seems
it's
to come up a
Warner.
lot.
Yeah, it does. I'm hoping it's just a Warner because it is a Roadshow Warner title. I'm hoping they go, oh shit, because it was only $25. I'm hoping maybe they release the Steelbook in Australia like they have been with most of their other titles, and then we'll get the standard later. Because for this one, it's standard straight up, no Steelbook. And being that Australia, like we said at the start of the show, last cab off the rank to get these things, we'll probably get the Steelbook next year. It's just absolute speculation, but it seems to be the trend that Roadshow will want to do. Other than that, I mentioned before, I've picked up Dogma Infernal Affairs and Toxbox as part of that Dogma pickup. And I did, yeah, that's it. That's it. Nothing else I haven't mentioned in other shows. The Mask, I'm not sure if I mentioned that last episode, but I did pre-order The Mask from Arrow. I think I did mention that. But that's it. So yeah, like I said, the evidence is there. I am cutting back a lot on stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't upgrade that I could have. Fargo being one of them that I really wanted to upgrade to 4K, but I didn't because I have the Blu-ray. And yeah, I'm being a good boy, goodish boy, a better boy. Yeah.
I'm proud, Adam. This
Thank
has
you.
been the most least painful pickup extravaganza for you. Because
Yes.
normally when you're saying, 60, 80, 100,
Yeah. Oh, over 100.
um,
Yeah, yeah. A few times it's been over
it's been a
100.
while since we've heard these figures. So I'm very proud of your.
It's, yeah, under 60. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
good.
you're not beating me at two, so I'm still up there.
I'm staggered that it's 57 because I don't feel like I've had 57 movies come this month. I don't. Doesn't feel like
Isn't
that.
that three less than last month? Wasn't it 60 last month? And it was
Yeah, it was around
the
about
month
that.
before that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely dropping. December's
I
going to be
like it.
different, and we'll get to that. So anyway, apart from that little segue, I'm back onto the labels. Yeah, I'm up to Criterion. So
I'm
this
very excited.
Yeah, there's a few 4K announcements in here. Upgrades. So they're upgrading Dead Man, the Jim Jarmusch film. I actually picked that up on Blu-ray from the July Amazon Prime Day sale. They're also upgrading Yi Yi, a film by Edward Yang. That was another one I picked up. So obviously that makes sense that that Criterion is selling those Blu-rays cheap when they announce the 4K a few months later. That seems to be what Amazon does, and I'll get to some predictions later too. And the other titles, they're releasing Caught by the Tides, which on it says it's a film 20 years in the making. I believe it's an Asian cinema film. I can't really read the cover too well from this distance. Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project, which looks pretty cool. I think it's got 4 films or 4 shorts in there, which, I've never heard of them. So yeah, I won't go through them. Kiss of the Spider Woman. I've heard of that, never seen it. I'm not sure if you know about Kiss of the Spider Woman.
I've heard of it, and I
Mm.
remember it from back when I was a kid at the
Yeah.
like in the VHS days.
Oh, okay.
I think it is a good movie. I just remember it. I think I need to see it.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember it, but I just do. It's got Raul Julia and Academy Award winning William Hurt. Kiss of the Spider Woman, radical
Yeah,
compassion that boldly expands nations of. Yeah,
it's
okay.
up there.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Birth, the Nicole Kidman film directed by Jonathan Glazer, which I've never seen, but I've heard nothing but great things about. So would be keen to check that out one day. Captain Blood, an old Errol Flynn film directed by Michael Curtiz. Michael Curtiz is most famous for directing Casablanca. So that'd be interesting to check out. And John Huston's The Dead. John Huston, yeah, is one of the greatest directors of all time as well. So again, I've not seen that. But there's a few titles there I'd be keen to grab at some point in time, especially Birth and probably The Dead, actually. Any thoughts from you on Criterion? Good man.
Oh, well, I think the big one for me is definitely Dead Man.
Yep.
I would near buy that. because I've always
Mm,
wanted it. It's come out on DVD many a time and
yep.
Blu-ray, and I know you and Mark, I think you both
Mm,
got it in the sales.
yes.
And I was just thinking it has to get a 4K sooner or later. I mean, for a black and white film in
Yeah.
4K, that one will look unbelievably good, I
Mm.
reckon.
I'm a big Jim Jarmusch fan, so I had to get it. I still haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I've got a couple of his movies from Criterion queued up.
I don't really know much of the other films, but this Kiss of the Spider Woman, the original 7.3 out of 10, is
Yep.
very good. A great cast. And I
Yeah.
just see that they've remade it
Oh, have they?
like literally this year.
Uh,
Has
that
It
again?
has Diego Luna in it, who seems to be
Oh, yeah.
doing incredible things.
He's
It
up there
has
with moment.
Lopez in it as
Oh,
well.
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, I won't watch it.
Yeah, and I can't pronounce her name, but I have seen her before. Aline Maya Godia. So I
Okay.
don't know
I'll
if it's
take
all in English, maybe. And Luce Gandolfo. She looks very familiar as well. But I'd probably go with the original over that
definitely.
because
Of course.
the original just reigns with the rating. But yeah, I mean, Criterion are always digging for some weird stuff, and a lot of it I've never heard of. I mean, the last couple drops, there's been quite some good
Yeah.
titles that I
There
wouldn't
has been
get.
some eclectic stuff.
But yeah, I mean, you never know what you're going to get with them, which is good.
Well, a lot of labels are like that now, actually. Some of it just is weird.
Absolutely.
What's your next one?
Well, Adam, I'm so glad you asked because I think there could be some weirdness coming up. 101. We haven't heard much from
Hmm.
101 in a while.
No. I
Not that
forgot.
they're bad. They are really good.
Oh,
But they
101,
don't
we've looked at some
release,
bangers.
well, they don't release heaps of shit like everyone else. But they do release a lot of weird shit too. This month is no different.
Oh, okay.
One title. It is
All right.
called Sorority Babes in
Oh,
the Slime Bowl Bowlerama.
yes. I saw that. That's weird
Exactly.
as hell, right?
It's I haven't even looked that up to be honest, and I've never heard of it. I'm sure it's gaining some traction from some very underground people that have seen it, probably back when they were very young. But yeah, I mean, it's probably terribly B grade, but gained some sort of cult following.
I'll read you the
Back.
log line. It's just as part
Uh-oh,
of a
here we go.
sorority. Sorry. Sorry.
I was going to say, uh-oh, here we go.
Well, yeah, as part of a sorority ritual, pledges and their male companions steal a trophy from a bowling alley. Unbeknownst to them, it contains a devilish imp who makes their lives a living hell. It sounds like an amazing stories plot line.
It's 4.9 out of 10. It's from
Yeah,
88.
yeah.
It's gonna be atrocious, but it could
But
be unbelievably fun.
it's got no one in there that you've heard of. Yeah, it'd be trashy goodness, I guarantee it.
Hang
Yeah.
on a tick, Adam. Hang on a tick. I know that guy. I know him.
Which one?
So, lead
Andrist?
actor is Andras Jones.
Hmm?
He is Rick in Nightmare 4. He's the dude that does the
Okay.
karate. He
Right.
doesn't look like that anymore, but he is in that. So if he's the only person in it, it could be saved, but we just don't know. I don't know
Hmm.
if I'd pay enough to see it. Who else you got? Linnea Quigley, Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Demons, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Graduation Day. She
Hmm.
has a list of horror greats. Can already hear Beyond Horror having a froth.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm gonna see that. Yep,
maybe.
I'm all over.
Do you want to do another label, considering that one only, and you've got more than me?
You
Do your
did
next.
feel you did feel like that was pretty sad. So did I.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just jump into Eureka
Hmm.
because Eureka have been a bit
Eureka.
quiet as well. They
Hmm.
pumped out a heap of big ones. Not a lot there though. There is, but not what you'd think. So the new stuff is Cloud Charisma, King of Beggars, and Full Moon High. Now they're the new releases they've got out,
Okay.
but they've also got some super duper cheap Blu-ray releases, like 80s horror stuff, really cool shit. They're doing Night of the Creeps, White Dog, the complete Troll collection. Hopping Mad, the Mr. Vampire sequels, 976 Evil, which I do believe was mentioned on the Fright Night podcast of the Super Fun Happy Horror Hour
Oh, yes,
because it
possibly.
has Old Mate in it.
Thanks for the plug.
Um, Now, I did say they were cheap. A lot of these, like Night of the Creeps, is like 14.99 pound. That Troll collection is £12.99.
Wow.
That's pretty damn cheap for the whole
25
Troll
bucks.
collection. So, yeah, pretty cool. They're just some like cheap 80s Blu-rays that they're getting out into the world. I didn't realize they had any of them until I saw them on the site.
Well, Eureka, back at it again. On to Kino Lorber. Got a
Yeah,
few. They've got quite a few coming out, and I'll try and get this before my cat wants to leave my room. Nacho Libre. Did I? Sorry, and please forgive me if I announced these last time because I can't remember. But they've got
I
Nacho Libre.
reckon, yeah, you did.
Did I mention Babe and Pig in the City?
Yep.
They're actually coming out in a 2-pack, which is, I think, pretty cool. I'll definitely be getting Babe. But I know I didn't mention this last time, but Dante's Peak has finally been re-announced. That's coming in December. Remember how that went off the radar a while back?
I did see that was making a return.
There's no word on Daylight coming back yet, though, which not that I've heard or seen. I don't
Still
know
got
if you
that
can.
on the market, have you, Adam?
No, I'm not selling. I actually looked it up today when I saw Dante's Peak. I actually looked it up, and on eBay, it's going for well over 200 bucks. Well over. It's crazy, right?
So 3 million's kind of a bit much, yeah?
I said that. Oh, mate, you're referring to something so long ago. I barely remembered saying it. Yeah, I did. The next one, the
Evidence.
internet remembers, man. The next one is Walking Tall. I can't remember what that is, but I wrote it down because it was worth. You know, working.
That's
You know,
that
Walking
I
Tall.
love that movie. That's got The Rock,
Oh
and
yes, of
he's
course.
he's got his big
Yes.
baton of wood. He
Yep.
takes on these evil clowns who used to be
Oh.
cool in his old town. He's come back from the his fucking war, and he's just like, yeah,
Uh,
shit,
is
I'm
The
gonna
Rock
take
doing
you down.
Rambo? Okay.
Well, not really Rambo. It's more so he's just upset with a town that he remembered as being really good, and it just turned into shit from a casino and drugs and just bad people.
So
It's
in this
actually
timeline.
it's actually a remake of, I'm pretty sure, a 70s version of it, which I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
seen, but I've heard the 70s version is really damn good. So
Yeah, fair enough.
it's one I've wanted to track down. So I'm pretty
The
keen to actually buy that one,
70s
because I
version
love
or
that
the Rock
movie.
one?
Definitely the Rock one.
Okay.
I would like to see the 70s one because I've heard it's unbelievably good rating. So
Okay.
I am very excited about the Walking Tall one for
Mm.
sure.
A few months ago, maybe a couple months ago, you might remember me saying how I picked up on DVD the Pink Panther box set. There's a Pink Panther box set. So
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
yeah, because I love those movies. They're so stupid and fun, and I don't know, they're just great late night, can't fall asleep type of watches. But Kino are releasing 4 of those in 4K. So the Pink Panther, A Shot in the Dark, which is the sequel, then the Pink Panther Strikes Again, and Revenge of the Pink Panther. They're all coming in 4K. Have you seen any of those movies?
Nah,
I,
never.
I don't know that I'd recommend them to people, but they're just kind of films like mine. Blake Edwards had my number. He was made a lot of strange films. I just have to pause while I let my cat out. Sorry, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. A little skippity doo, even though you might not notice much of it. The next film from Kino Lorber, Scars of Dracula, a Christopher Lee movie. I think I own that as a Hammer film. I think that's a Hammer film. I don't know, but those films are great. Christopher Lee is so worth watching. I've got quite a big Hammer collection, and I love watching those films. They're just such a vibe. And Christopher Lee's just always the best in them. Always. I'm just vamping because I want to see if I actually have. I do have Scars of Dracula. Yeah, I actually own it. Roy Ward Baker directed film. Dead of Night. You would have heard of Dead of Night, surely.
Dead of Night. Why does that sound so familiar?
I know, right?
I probably have. It was ringing a bell just then.
Oh, it's from 1945, if that's the same
Nah,
one.
nah, it can't be.
I think it is.
But it sounds so familiar. Maybe
It's
it's
an
had a remake.
yeah, it's an Ealing Studio film.
1945. But
Oh,
then
there's
there's a
one
Dead of Night
for it.
from 74.
74 and 77 with Ed Begley Jr. I mean, I could look this up, but just holding people up.
And then there's a Dead of Night with Dermot Mulroney.
Right. I'm going to look
Maybe
it
it's
up while
the
we're here.
it could be the title because it's been used so many times, but I'm just wondering if they all have a common sort of theme.
This is the 1945 one, directed by Charles Crichton, Basil Gibb. I think it's one of those old anthology horror movies, which I'm loving lately. I watched The Torture Garden on the weekend, and the Dr. Terror's House of Terror, and those things. They're so great. Yeah, so this is what this is. It's basically just an anthology horror movie, which now I'm so fucking keen. Honestly, I'm really keen to get that. I wonder if Rick's getting that in. I want it. Anywho,
I know why this is so familiar because Dead of Night from 74 is
yeah.
also known as Death Dream. And
Oh, okay.
I got that, I reckon it was last year. I'd never seen it, but a lot of people I knew raving about it in the US. It's like, you need to get this, it's so good. And it actually was quite good. So, totally unrelated stories. But yes, Dead of Night, very popular title.
Well, funnily enough, it has a 20th of October. Yeah, it's actually a vintage classic Ealing Studios from Studio Canal. Rick has it for $98 at the moment on his website. It's not the Kino Lorber one. It's an actual Studio Canal copy.
Yeah, right.
I want it, but I don't want to pay $98. Yeah. And they're also doing Jesus Christ Superstar. I'll just skip ahead. Kino Lorber, which I've never seen and not really interested in seeing, to be honest.
Uh,
No, you either. I'll let you go. I'll let you go next.
well, yeah, there was this time when some guy gave me a list of very weird labels. I don't know who that is. I like it a little bit. So we're going to hit up Radiance next, and you know how much I love
Oh,
delivering the
yes.
Radiance gold. Are you ready, Adam? Are you ready for what they've got this time?
Mate, I'm in, man.
I will. All right. So they've got the Wild Child, Blood of Revenge, Illustrious Corpses. They've also got the Radiance 2026 bundle. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
get this, I think it's $326. That guarantees
Wow.
you every Radiance release for next year.
What?
I reckon that's
For
pretty
that
damn good value.
price?
Yep, $326.
That's insanely cheap.
It is, but I think that is in euro or pound.
That's okay. I mean, it's still
But
700
still,
bucks.
how many films does Radiance pump out a month? I think it's at least four.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, if you love your weird stuff, it's worth digging into. That's that's a solid buy.
Yeah. I'm on their website right now. Yeah. It's the only US and Canada bundle. That's what it says,
I'm
yeah.
sure there was two options though. I did see US and Canada, but there's also another one that was underneath that. There was two different options.
Okay. Gotcha. So that's Blu-ray's 187, UHD's £200, so about 420 bucks.
Oh, damn.
But again, that's in US dollars, so it's going to be close to 6 or 7, like you said, if they do. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. It's £316. So what's that? 630. It's going to be closer to £700. UHD makes it 333. Yeah, still seven. Oh, and that's only from January to June. Rest of world. Gotcha. £400 rest of world on for 4Ks January to June. So around £800, 800 odd pound. And it's this, and January to December is £850. Right.
It's a lot of movies though.
You'd hope so.
Well, it would be. I mean, they put out at least four or five a month.
So close to 2 grand. That includes shipping too.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
very on par with, the VS subscription.
If I had two
You
grand to
know,
throw away, that would be an interesting buy. I listen to the big picture, the podcast. Sometimes they do physical media stuff because they're friends with Tracy Letts, and he said he subscribes to Radiance. He's a subscriber, so he just gets whatever they make all the time. So and there's a few labels that do subscriptions. If you can
mm,
track down that episode, Wasn't too long ago. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago on the big picture. It's called the Physical Media something. God damn, I had it in my head. Physical Media Council, I think they called this episode because there's a few of them just talking about physical media and what they love, and they actually gave some good props to Imprint and Umbrella in the little spiel, which is good. Yeah, over to me.
Over to you. I'm done with the Radiance for now.
Cool. Umbrella. We have the February releases is Suicide Club. Don't know about it. I could read you about
Yeah.
it. It's a anime thing. Don't know about it. Next one is Lesbian Space Princess animated. Seems weird. Don't care. And the next one is a movie I've never heard of, but people seem to be dropping nuggets. Is The Horseman. I don't know if you know about that. Do you know about the horse? Tell
Yeah.
me about it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
I swear I've mentioned this movie on the show before.
Probably.
I don't know when. I brought it up at some point. If you haven't seen it, it's a must watch. It
Oh,
is just,
revenge thriller.
it's intense, bro.
I love revenge.
It's fucking gold. Like this guy, what he goes through and what he
Mm.
does to people is next level brutal. And it's just great. I've seen it many a time. I've never owned it, but Umbrella did release this just on a regular
Ah,
Blu-ray
right.
ages ago. I'm sure of it, or a DVD at least. Um,
Likely.
but I was thinking about this when I saw it, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. What's getting me a little bit riled up is that it's a Blu-ray for one, and it's
Ah,
4K resto for another. And it makes me think, well, what's to stop
they'll,
Second Sight just jumping in and going,
yeah.
here's the 4K,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
here's the big box, here's all the stuff that
Yep.
they didn't do, and we've just done it because you're going to mention some other ones, and
Mm.
it's kind of revolts back to, SS again, which was interesting for me to see that, but it's only Blu-ray versions. But I would totally get this Horseman box because
If
it's a really great film. It's not just all brutality, violence. It is actually a really decent story in there, and
okay.
just some really gripping stuff. I don't know if it's actually
Mm.
on streaming anywhere that you could watch it first to check it out, at
We
least.
have the technology to look that up. The
But yeah,
Horseman.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that one because it's an Aussie flick and it's been around for a little bit.
What year is it from? Because there's quite a few movies called The Horseman, which is it from like early 2000s, 2009? No,
15 years ago, I reckon. Easy.
none of these on Just Watch stand out. Oh, A Quiet Outback, 2008. A tender drama unfolds between a grieving father and a troubled teenage girl as they drive northbound along the quiet outback roads of Australia. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Brolly. You can watch it for free on Brolly. Do you have Brolly?
I
You love
don't.
these old Australian films, man. You need to jump on Brolly. It's a free streaming service. So pretty much whatever Umbrella release, they're likely to have it on Brolly. It's a great service.
I know you've
The user
mentioned it
interface,
before.
yeah, I have. I sell it all the time. Umbrella should be giving me commission. It is a shit user interface. It was last time I watched it. It's fucking horrible. But they have all these films for free, and they weren't even playing ads at the time when I last used it. But yeah. And the next movie is The Innkeepers, which I have heard of, but don't know a lot about. Blood freezing throwback to gothic horror. That's up my alley. Underrated ghost story comes from collector's edition, including original artwork poster, blah, blah, blah. Archival extras, crew commentaries. Oh, it's from Ty West. There you go. That's why I've heard of it. I only just watched Pearl yesterday again. And I love how they talk about the House of the Devil. That movie fucking sucked. Anyway, yeah, Ty West, I'd be interested in getting that sale time. I won't be your first day buy for me though. Have you seen it or you know about it?
I have seen it when it come out. That's kind of what I was hinting at with
Right.
SS because they
Ah, yeah.
put the 4K out and
Yes.
then
Yeah.
and then Umbrella comes out with a Blu-ray version of it, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, you're a bit late to the party. But as we know, not everyone wants a 4K. They're happy with a Blu-ray,
Yeah.
DVD at some points, not hardcore
Not
nuts
everyone
like
imports either.
ourselves. So,
Mm.
it is in a nice box and it's a nice release. I mean, it's worth picking up. I mean, what is
Mm.
it, $75?
I don't even know.
I think it is. I know the Horseman is 75.
Mm,
So yeah, it's one
for a
of
Blu-ray.
those Blu-ray range films for the Umbrella.
Okay. The next one you're going to know more about than me too, Chain Reactions, because I'm pretty sure they've released that before too. Sure, I've seen that.
Chain Reactions.
It's a it's a
That's
documentary about
an
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I might be thinking of another film called Chain Reaction
yeah,
altogether.
because they did put one out,
Yeah.
an older film.
So this is a documentary about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They probably could have just included it as extras on a Texas Chainsaw Massacre box, but here we are.
Where would be the fun in that, Adam?
Hmm.
I mean, this is quite new. Like, this is
Hmm.
only said to be put out last year. So,
Well, it's got some big names that they're, I guess, interviewing for it, like Stephen King, Patton
mm,
Oswalt, Takeshi Miike, Karen
yeah,
Kusama. I don't know if you know Karen Kusama. She directed The Invitation, which I watched on the weekend as well, because another podcast listened to the movies that maybe did a Halloween special. And I'm sick of people raving about this movie, The Invitation by Karen Kusama, and never having seen it. I listened to a whole podcast with her and Mike Flanagan talking about it. And they're right. It's fucking great. You need to check it out, dude. It's on Amazon Prime, I think. Please check it out. It's really, really good. Anyway, we are dragging this episode out quite a bit. What's your next label or two?
because we can. We said
Yeah,
it was
because
going
we
to be
can.
huge.
Yeah, we do.
We do
Well,
what
yeah,
we
there's a lot
want on
more coming.
this.
There's a
We
lot
do
more
what we
coming.
want on this shit. So next I've got Cape Light. Cape Light is putting out a Blu-ray of Shine. They're also doing one, I think it's
Jeffrey Rush
uh,
movie.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Umbrella
Sean.
did the Blu-ray and they did the
Yeah.
Blu-ray from wonks ago. So yeah, they've also got Muzzle, City of Wolves with Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a newer film. I like him. He's a good actor. And I think it's an animated one called Mission Mars-Yago. I think it's about a mouse, I think.
Okay. Didn't we get
And
him? Sorry.
I'll do Severin as well because there's only
Yeah, yeah.
one for Severin.
Go for it.
They've got a massive 10 disc box set come out called Exorcismo, which comes with a book as well. There's like 19 films from the 70s and 80s, all Spain films. Spain,
Oh, yes. I hope you're tuning in, Spanish fans.
Spain. You listening, Spain? You know this, you know the films. So yeah, that's a massive, massive box. 10
Hmm.
discs, 19 films, all the usual great stuff that they put into those releases.
Hmm.
So, for your 70s, 80s underground Spain films, you couldn't go past it really.
Cool.
And that is all
Uh,
for Severin
yeah.
right now.
We're over to Vivision slash imprints. First up, they're doing our friends of the show, Vivision. Black Exploitation is getting just a standard release, just a standard Blu-ray MRA for all four films. Still $100 though. I have that box set, but I've not watched any of those films in there because I've been watching the select ones. Ace Ventura, a lazy $90 for that steelbook, as we alluded to at the start of the show. Silver Scream Cinema is a standard for $70. I need to check that out because I wrote it down for a reason because it looked interesting to me. They're also doing Priest, 24/7, Fish Tank, The Light Ship, Eleni with Nail and I, which is all of a sudden getting
Yeah,
releases in every city, town, and
I did see that. And I was like,
outhouse. Mm.
okay, all right.
Yeah, it's Australia's turn, and it's only a Blu-ray too, I believe. So, but whatever. The Beastmaster, which I thought would interest you. You're a bit of
Well,
a
the
Beastmaster, right?
Beastmaster, I'm sure was fucking
What's with that and
shout,
Sword and the Sorcerer? Oh, Beastmaster probably
shout
was a
and
shout. Yeah.
Scream Factory. I'm sure they put that out like not long ago. I remember
Odds
talking about it,
odds
like the
are.
Beastmaster 1 and 2
Oh, yeah,
through,
okay.
I think it was Scream Factory. They put out like a double pack of it.
Right.
And Sword and the Sorcerer,
Yes.
I'm sure they did that one earlier in the year or maybe late last year. I'm sure of it. But
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
that's what happens. Different labels bring out different things and we talk about
Yes,
them.
they do. I just want to touch back on this Silver Screen Cinema because I have gone into it. So it actually has six movies in it. So The Phantom Speaks, The Vampire's Ghost, Return of the Ape Man, Valley of the Zombies, She Devil, and The Unknown Terror. Those last two films are the latest ones that were made in 1957. But I want to check this out. The run times of these movies is 69, 59, 60, 59, 77, and 77 minutes. So they're right up my alley. I love a short movie, especially these horror ones. I reckon I'll get that one day when I see it for not $70. I love old horror. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing October, actually, watching a lot of old horror. Aeon Flux, which is a couple of episodes ago, I said we won't be getting in Australia through All Interactive, but Via Vision have picked it up and we're getting Aeon Flux through them, as well as John Carpenter's Vampires, another one of those Scream Factory titles that Via Vision glommed onto. Hitchcock Early Years Volume 2, which is got all the movies in there I don't have and I would love to have. So that one really interests me. David Lean Volume 2. And an epic set, which I'm going to recommend everyone get, is the James Whale box set because it has the Old Dark House 4K in it, as well as 3 of his other films. And James Whale was the actual goat. He was basically the carrier of the Universal Monsters series. He was amazing. The Old Dark House is probably one of the earliest comedy horrors ever made. It's fantastic. Me and Mike did a bit of a chat about that in a recent episode of the Super Fun Happy Horror Hour, which just seems to keep coming up on this show. But it also has The Man in the Iron Mask, Kiss Before the Mirror, and Green Hell, which are just all on Blu-ray. Very keen on that, and that will hang around until bog off next year, I'm very sure. So I can pin that in with the David Lean box set, I reckon. Any thoughts on any of that? I'm going to recommend the Old Dark House to you, though. You can see it on Tubi for free if you want. It's fucking awesome. Awesome.
Well, I was a little bit excited when I saw that because I know how much you really enjoyed it,
Mm,
and it was a bit of a blind buy for you at the time,
it
and you're like,
was.
"Holy hell, I
Mm,
I fucking dig it."
it's great. Mike, who is a horror guru, he loved it too. Yeah, big fan. It's so good. Boris Karloff, it's just great. It's just great. It's just the vibes and tone. James Whale did vibes so well. Yeah, big fan. What have you got to go?
I got a couple. What have
Just a
you got
couple.
to go?
I've got a few, plus a lot of Australian announcements too.
Okay, all right, I'll do another two. So next we got Second Sight. This one has been in the pipeline and talked about, I reckon, since late last year, and it's only
Hmm.
just been announced, and that's Possession.
Yes.
So, Umbrella did Possession.
Hmm.
I picked that
I have
up
that too.
because I got the Beyond Genres Possession as well, and
Yes.
that's when I
Yeah.
first saw the film, and I was like, "Holy flipping heck, this
Hmm.
is intense."
Yep.
Isabella, whew, good God.
I've not seen it.
That
I've still not seen it yet.
performances more from Isabella. Yeah,
Mm. Rossellini.
yes,
Okay. Didn't realize she was in it.
absolutely off the freaking charts. So yeah, I haven't watched the 4K one of that. It's still boxed up. So that would be good to get, but at the same time, I've kind of already got the Umbrella one. They're both 4K. I mean, are they really going to be doing another different 4K from the Umbrella one? Not sure. I mean, it is Second Sight. They are kind of their own breed
Yeah.
with these things. But they're also doing, drum roll, Reanimator,
Yes.
uh, which won't cost you,
$7 billion.
a week of not eating. So this is probably a good thing for those people who didn't eat for maybe 2 weeks to buy the US versions.
Mm.
So I reckon that is a really cool set. It doesn't look like it's as fat a box as the Possession one, but still worth picking up nonetheless for someone like myself who missed out on that because I like eating. I've also got Retro Gold 63. The
Yeah.
two new ones from there are Bloodstorm and Emmanuel and the Deadly Cobra. Now, both
Yes.
of these films have about 4 or 5 different media book variants. Bloodstorm, I can't think of his name. It's David. He was in The Last Kumite, and he also has his own pod and YouTube channel, Viking Samurai.
Oh, okay.
So he's a dude that loved 80s. He became an 80s figure physically, martial arts wise. He goes hard, he looks the part,
Mm.
he's done it. Now
Okay.
he's doing film. So this was
Cool.
his dream. and
Yeah,
he's
awesome.
fucking living it. So I reckon that would be pretty cool. I need to look more into that, and I'd like to check it out. But he may actually have some deal going with that label that his film's going to come out through there.
Okay.
Very fucking sick.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's two more labels. I think I've got two more to go. One and two.
Okay, I'll finish off mine with, because there's nothing for BFI, Mad Men, which is a real short one. I don't know if I said last month, but Mad Men are doing Splitsville in Australia, which is if you know The Materialists, which is the rom-com with Dakota Johnson and two dudes starring Pedro Pascal. She also did another rom-com with two dudes this year called Splitsville, which is better than Materialist. It's actually it's funnier. It's just a better movie, not by a lot, but it is. But they're also Mad Men are also doing a Dogtooth in Australia on 4K. And that snuck up on me. And I'll tell you how that snuck up on me because I didn't know we were getting a local release of that until I messaged Rick at Outrun because I think last time on the show I reminded him to put Dogtooth up on his website, so I went and ordered it. I think I might have been the only one that ordered it because I messaged him and said, "Is Dogtooth coming?" Because I thought I had it, and then I was looking through my shelves and I didn't have it. I hadn't logged it in my spreadsheet. And so I messaged him and he said, "Oh, I actually took it off my website because it's getting a local release and I forgot to order yours, but he's ordered it for me now anyway." So I'm getting, I think it's a Kino one. I can't even remember what label's doing it because I think Criterion also did it, but I'm getting one. I'm not getting the Madman one. I was happy to pay a bit extra for this one, but I highly recommend Dogtooth. It's an experience. It's a great movie. Yorgos Lanthimos doing what he does. Do you want to do your next two?
Sure,
And I'll get
I
into the
can.
Aussie stuff and whatnot.
So we've got Screen Factory and Shout. There's some
Hmm.
really great stuff coming out. As always, they're putting out Perfect Blue
Yes,
Collector's
want that.
Edition.
Yeah, I
I
want
thought
that.
you'd be keen for that.
Yeah.
That looks like a massive box set. They love doing these steel books. They're doing a Riddick steel, Tales from the Dark Side steel. They're also
Mm,
putting out Cloud Atlas, which I'm pretty sure we have
yeah,
talked about on the show before.
mate, I've got a
Um,
Blu-ray of that still in its seal. I need to wait. It's been something I've been wanting to rewatch for about 2 or 3 years, and it's a long movie, and I just haven't gotten back to it. It's annoying.
I think I did see it when it came out, but I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. And I think it's a film that it needs probably multiple watches to wrap your head around it because it's pretty
Mm,
out there.
mm,
We've got Hong Kong New Wave Essentials, which is a three movie box. It's got Painted Faces, The Story of My Son, and Women. Some more David Cronenberg 4K goodness in Rabid, which I reckon I've talked about at some point or another because I used to have a Blu-ray of that. Very sick, twisted film. The Grey. Now that's
yeah.
a new 4K, but straight steelbook.
The Liam Neeson movie, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Him fighting wolves out
Mm.
in
I
the
hear that's really good.
blizzards. Great film.
Mm,
Amazing film. I haven't seen that in a long time, but I'm just a bit shocked that they've only done that in a steel. I didn't see
mm,
any regular release of that one. And it's not like it's already been out. So this is pretty sure it's the first release. Black Christmas, Steelbook,
uh-huh.
they're going hard on these steels. Wanted, Steel, that's a fun film.
Yeah, Wanted is fun.
Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 8. If you want to extend your shelf life, you'd probably want to get this one because it's going to take up some more shelf room. It's another
Hmm.
brick in the wall. The Killer, which is awesome.
Which
We
The
had
Killer?
so we had like
Oh, yes, it's the Golden
Hard
Princess.
Boiled month.
Yep,
Now we've
yep.
got The Killer. So that's definitely going to be an awesome one to pick up. And last but not least, one that I really would like to get is Leaving Las Vegas.
Yes.
I fucking love that movie as brutally bleak and horrific
Yeah,
as it is, depicting alcoholism. It just, yeah, every time I see it, it's just amazing. Like Cage's
yeah.
performance is just next level, and it's not going to end well but you just stick with him because you'd like to see him succeed, but you know he is just gonna fucking drink himself to death.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. If you haven't seen this film, well, you should have. You should have seen it a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. I picked up a Blu-ray of that relatively recently, actually.
Pretty sure Umbrella did it.
Probably. Yeah.
I reckon
Don't
they did
remember.
because I've got the same one. As soon as I
Mm.
saw it, I grabbed it. It was either Shock or Umbrella. It was one of the two because I'm like, I haven't seen that anywhere else on Blu-ray in Australia, and very sick to see it. And I snapped it up hard.
Yeah, as you should.
So that is all I've got for those two. Oh, hang on. No, that was just Shout and Scream Factory. We also have
Hmm.
88 films,
Ah,
which
yes.
you did send me a bit of a list because
Yes.
you're like, I think you should check it out. So we've got Don't Open Till Christmas. I think I already touched upon that last episode, but they've also got Over Your Dead Body, Craze, The Hyena, Crash and Burn, and Saga of the Phoenix. And it's a bit of a weird bag, that one, because I've never heard of any of those except for Don't Open Till Christmas. But that does happen with the old 88 films. They can
Yeah,
just
definitely.
drop some really left of field stuff. And that's why we like them a lot. And that's why I had them on my list of labels.
Is that all for 88?
That's it. Yep.
All right. Cool, cool. All right. So, Australia. Talking mainly about December here, but I will get into future stuff after that. So, in December, December 3, if you want to see what's coming in December 3, highly recommend go to Easy DVD website and just click on the Blu-ray filter, scroll down and see what's coming through December full stop. December is going to be fucking huge from every label. It's just everyone's jumping on the Santa bandwagon. But anyway, some of these are coming out naturally at that time anyway. But here we go. So Nobody 2, we're getting all format release of that. Have you seen Nobody 2?
Yeah.
Did you
I
like
really
it?
liked it. I liked
Okay.
it.
I thought it was a very poor effort for a sequel compared to the first one. I really, really liked the first
Oh,
one. Did not like Nobody too much at all.
it's two different films. Like the
Mm,
first one, the bar was up here,
yeah.
near unattainable. And then the second one, I found it really fun, but at the same time, it never got near what the first one achieved.
Nah, not even close. The bad guys in this were so cartoonishly villainy, and yeah, the action was just samey. Yeah, it didn't the shock and awe value of Bob Odenkirk kicking ass, I guess, faded a bit too. Anyway, we're getting Eddington in December as well. Unfortunately, we're only getting a Blu-ray of that in Australia, mainly because of the cost of licensing the 4K, as I understand. So if you do want a 4K of Eddington, you're probably going to have to buy the A24 version. We're only getting the Blu-ray in Australia, but I really liked Eddington. I think I'm an Ari Aster fan. Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's quite good. I'm not sure if you've gotten to see Eddington yet,
I
Mr.
haven't.
Hoffman.
No,
No.
not
Okay.
yet.
And the next one is a movie called Sorry Baby. This could be a low-key contender for some Oscars. I have gotten to see this as well. It's really, it's a movie where stuff just happens and you just follow along. It's nothing mega. It's a dramatic thing. It's this woman who's going through a hard time, finds a cat, and looks after the cat. I reckon you'd like it because you're a cat dad as well. Yeah, it's a really it's a real hidden gem of this year, and it's directed and stars Eva Victor. She's really good, and this is her first feature, and yeah, she shows some chops. It's also got Naomi Ackie in it and Lucas Hedges, so it's got a good cast, and it's yeah, really worth seeing. Next one I'm hearing really good things about called The Ballad of Wallace Island. It has Carey Mulligan in it. I've not seen this. I actually hadn't heard of this until I saw it was coming out. But yeah, it looks interesting. I'm hearing really good things. I don't know if you've heard anything about this.
Actually, I saw screenings of that at the cinema down here.
Okay.
Um, and then I looked into it and it was just getting rave reviews.
Yeah, it's 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I saw someone post about it the other day saying if you haven't seen this film this year, basically you're an idiot. But yeah, so I'm really keen to check that out. Yeah, getting a Blu-ray only of that, no DVD. Caught Stealing, we are getting a 4K of that. that's coming out. I'm really keen to see that. Darren Aronofsky, I'm an Austin
Fuck
Butler
yeah,
fan, Zoe Kravitz fan, obviously as well. And I'm hearing
great
fun.
film.
Yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, excellent. I'm super keen for that. If you're into Downton Abbey, the grand finale of that is coming. Never seen an episode or a movie of that, but people love that stuff. So if you're into it, it's on its way, as well as the three film collection is also coming just in DVD for the three film collection. The third movie is getting DVD and Blu-ray. The next one is a movie I watched again on the way. I watched a few movies on the weekend, did three parts of fuck all this weekend and just caught up on some films. I watched The Long Walk, the movie came out earlier this year, Stephen King adaptation, and everyone's saying this is the best Stephen King adaptation ever, and they couldn't be more wrong. Well, they could be more wrong, but I don't think they are. Directed by Francis Lawrence of Hunger fame, starring Cooper Hoffman, who's Philip Seymour's your cousin. It's his
I
son, and David Johnson, who are the two leads. David Johnson is in Alien Romulus. He plays the robot, the android in that. He's fantastic. Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson are both so great as the leads in this, but their supporting cast are also really great. I think watching this for the performances alone is well worth it. For me, the film just didn't quite reach the themes it was trying to tell us about. It didn't fulfill any of those. It just fell short in getting its messages across. So that's why, I mean, it's worth a watch, but it's far from the best Stephen King adaptation. Far from it. Next one, I don't know, Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. Good for you. Kristen Wiig's in it for some reason, but cool. It's actually got a lot of, I'm just looking at it now, a lot of Saturday Night Live people involved in it, but not something I'm ever going to watch. Kangaroo is also getting a Blu-ray and DVD release. Apparently, that's a pretty good film. Not sure if you've heard of that, dude. You've heard of
I'm
Kangaroo?
actually keen to see that.
Mm,
I like animal films.
mm,
It does look
mm.
like it's got a pretty tugging at the heartstrings story.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's still on at the cinema down here.
Might be inspired
Um,
by a true story. Yeah,
yeah, so even worse, more heartstring tugging.
yeah. Speaking of films about animals, I actually watched Good Boy today before we started recording, and oh, fucking hell, it's so good. Good Boy is so good. Can't even explain how much I
I'm
really love that film.
I'm happy to hear that because I haven't heard anything bad about that film.
Yeah, no, I'm look, animal animal empathy is always gonna it's just always gonna grab me. And when they interweave it with a horror plot and a horror theme, it's gonna be hard for me not to like. Yeah, it's I don't want to give too much away, but I don't want to oversell it. But I'm just gonna say absolutely watch it. It's fantastic. As I say, I'm not gonna oversell it. Next one, Honey Don't is getting a Blu-ray. I have seen Honey Don't this year too. This is an Ethan Coen film, part of the Coen brothers, obviously. Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Charlie Day, Billy Eichner, and Chris Evans. I really like this a lot. It's not as going to be as good as a Coen brothers film. You can actually see Joel missing from this, but I really had a good time with it. I was a big fan, and yeah, really keen to check this out sooner rather than later. To be honest, good cast too, and yeah, I'm going to recommend that to you too, Shane. I reckon you'd really like Honey Don't. She plays a private detective effectively, and shenanigans happen. Onto TV, 1923 season 2 is getting a DVD and a Blu-ray release. The Day of the Jackal, which is an Apple TV show, is only getting DVD. Sadly, it sucks a little bit, but here we are. Chicago Med season 10 DVD, NCIS season 2. That's the TV. Onto the big stuff. We do have the 40th anniversary commemorative releases of Back to the Future. We've got the 3 steel books and the 3 collector sets. These steel books, in my opinion, look fucking stunning. I love the 3 different colors and the kind of like the Cornetto trilogy type colors. Yeah, anyway, I think they're fantastic. And I'm super keen. There is some extra features on here, some new extra features. Obviously, they're not going to be cheap being steelbooks. They come in the 4K. It does come with the Blu-ray, and I don't think there's any remastering because I didn't need remastering. The 4Ks of these already are pretty fantastic. Have you seen? Do you have the 4Ks of these?
I do. And
Yeah,
when I watched them, I was like, holy wow.
yeah. They've treated them well, haven't
What?
they?
Whew.
Yeah. They're not as good as the Indiana Jones ones are better for me. I think the Indiana Jones transfers are some of the best of all time. But yeah, the Back to the Future ones are pretty special.
They're they're all really good.
Mm,
Like I just was a bit blown back buy those Back to the Future ones. Just the
Yeah,
detail in everything
yeah. Especially in
was
the big fat sets that come with the extra stuff. Epic.
just next level.
Yeah, they're proper collector sets. Mm.
And I'm pretty sure I haven't looked for a few days or a week. They were still on the JB website.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's
They're still there. Yeah.
no sellouts as of yet. So for limited stuff, I'm surprised they're still there, but who knows?
Yeah, because they are limited. They are very limited, but obviously the price is limited too. So, that will hold people back. Whether they're still around for Boxing Day to pick up, I'd be really surprised. There might be a few floating around, but if you want them, I'd say get especially the big collector sets, because yeah, they're not coming back. There's another film that's only coming out in DVD. It's a direct-to-video film called Sovereign. It stars Nick Offerman and Jacob Tremblay, Nancy Travis, Martha Plimpton, and Dennis Quaid.
Heard of
Seems
that.
interesting. Yeah, based on a true story, the tragic real-world shootout in West Memphis, Arkansas, in 2010. The film spends most of its time building to this event, but when it happens, it feels like a punch to the stomach to watch. Yeah, and comparing it to the Unhinged and The Passenger, which I still haven't seen The Passenger. So, also coming to you, hate steelbooks. The Ten Commandments is getting a steelbook. Casino also getting a steelbook. Sleepy Hollow getting a steelbook, and Blade Runner 2049 is coming it's just before Christmas as well. That steelbook. Anaconda is getting a steelbook, the original Anaconda, just in time for the new Jack Black, Paul Rudd comedy. I hope it's a comedy take. Is getting it.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know about that.
I'm
That
keen.
just it's
Paul Rudd and Jack
I don't
Black.
know.
I'm in easily.
I mean, yeah, he's good, but I don't know how long can we keep flogging these horses?
I
Or
would, well, yeah, yeah, but it's going to be a different take. Obviously, it's going to be silly comedy. But I would love to see Jack Black and Paul Rudd just be a comedic team like we used to have comedy duos back in the day. Even with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder doing their comedy films, but even like back to Abbott and Costello type of stuff. I would love to see Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, for that matter, be a comedy duo in a heap of
yeah,
films. They don't do that anymore, do they? Just a comedy team doing movies together. Martin and
it's
Lewis,
not
you
as
know?
common. Like, I mean,
It's,
those
it,
duos from the 80s
when you
into the
say not as
90s.
common, I just don't think it exists at all. Like, how cool would it be for a studio just to sign up? Man, my money, my want would be Paul Rudd and Jack Black in every film. It'd be amazing. I think that'd be great. Anyway, I'll move on. Robert Redford, R.I.P. Legends of the Screen.
Mm,
We're getting a lot of his films are coming now. 3rd of December, we're getting on 4K Out of Africa and The Way We Were. Keen to see those. I've got a bit of a Robert Redford hole in my cinema card. So keen to check out those. We're also getting on DVD and Blu-ray, we're getting The Great Gatsby. That was with him and Mia Farrow. Legal Eagles is getting re-released on DVD, and
oh
Sneakers
wow.
is, yeah, Legal Eagles. I remember I probably have seen that back in the day, probably with my parents, Deborah Winger and Daryl Hannah and that as well. Sneakers is getting a DVD and Blu-ray release, no 4K sadly here. Must be a global rights thing. But Sneakers is, everyone needs to see Sneakers. It's one of those 90s films that is just great 90s films, is just lost in the melee of other great 90s films, but Sneakers is fucking amazing. And The Sting is getting a re-release on 4K. That's with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. The Sting is spectacular. That's one, mate, you need to see The Sting. You would love The Sting.
We did talk about this
Did
at the
we?
time, and it
Okay.
didn't have a 4K at the time. And you were like, you need to see it, and it
Yeah.
needs to have a 4K.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Well, it's got a 4K. I have a 4K of it because it was released,
Mm,
I don't know, last year or the year before. But you need to see it, man. When it comes out, when you see, go to JB again on a sale, absolutely get that movie. I think it's really right up your alley. For as if I'm going to recommend you an older film, you would love The Sting. Anyway, next one, we're getting Catch Me If You Can. As I've said quite a lot on this show in previous episodes, it's finally coming. I don't know if we're getting a steelbook of that or just the standard. Anyway, we're getting Catch Me If You Can. On Sleepy Hollow, as I mentioned before, is also getting a standard. The big one for me, which I love this movie. Please tell me you've seen this, Shane. Saturday Night Fever. Oh, sorry. What are you
Saturday
pointing
Night
at? Sorry,
Fever.
you're pointing at me for something. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say something else, and
Oh,
you disappointed me with what I didn't think you were going to say, and now but no, Saturday Night Fever. I need to see that, and I
Yeah,
need
it's
to have it
so good.
on 4K. I need it
Yep.
because I missed out on that release a couple years back. I got Staying Alive.
Oh no.
No one cares about that.
No, throw it in the bin.
No,
Saturday Night
tragic.
Fever is low key an amazing. It's not. It's a really dark film. It's actually quite dark. It's not about this. It's not a dancing movie, even though there's a lot of dancing in it. And John Travolta is fucking amazing. But this, obviously, Killer BG soundtrack as well. Yeah, this movie is that's actually pretty special, I think. Yeah, but awesome that this is finally getting a 4K in Australia. I think that's epic. And if it opens more people up to that movie, I'm down. Christmas time, we're getting It's a Wonderful Life, which I love. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic for a reason. James Stewart, Frank Capra, absolutely amazing film. Really great 4K transfer too. I do already own that. One I've not seen is also coming in 4K is Michael Curtiz, who we spoke about before, friend of the show, friend of the episode. White Christmas with Bing Crosby, Jenny Kay, Rosemary Clooney, who you might know as George's mum, and Vera Ellen. I don't know who Vera Ellen is though. You seen either of those?
Well, I bought White Christmas last
Oh, you
year,
did. You told me. Yeah.
and we watched it on
Yes, you
Christmas
did.
Day, and it was like, wow,
Is
this
it's good?
looks amazeballs.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I'll be keen to see it. This is obviously where the song White Christmas comes from. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
think so.
yeah, would have to.
It's an old
As
movie.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty stoked we're getting those here. As I've said on my channel and on the Instagram page and on here before, The Warriors is coming. I think that and Barbarella, the standards are coming. I can't see I mean, the standard editions of those are on the Easy DVD site. I think the big fat collectors may have been pushed back, or we're not getting them at all. I'm going to need to confirm that because I can't see them on the JB website, which doesn't say a lot. They can be late on what they upload, but yeah, I'm not sure the big fat boxes are coming for these at the moment, which is sad. It's sad if they aren't, but we are still getting the standards. Most people that listen to this or follow us, Shane, would probably be more into the Warriors than Barbarella, but I'm going to say
I'd say so.
yeah. I mean, The Warriors is pretty classic and as that type of film, but Barbarella is something wild altogether. I mean, that's a cult classic for a reason. And you see a young, naked Jane Fonda in that, and trust me, it's worth the price alone. Recommending but aside from that, Barbarella is still a really good film. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of wild and batshit crazy, actually, and I like it for that. And yeah, we've got some stuff coming soon. The Smashing Machine, and A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, and a couple of others there I don't recognize. I do have more to talk about for next year, but did you want to talk about any of those at the moment? Anything grab your fancy?
Just want to quickly jump back to the long walk,
Yes,
because everyone was losing their fucking marbles over that movie.
yes, they were.
I haven't read the actual story, and I was very, very hesitant. I actually didn't even want to go and see it at the cinema, even
Mm,
though everyone was losing their marbles over it, because I already had this feeling I was going to be disappointed
mm.
about watching this story unfold of these people competing in this long walk. I wasn't sure if this was a film I'd actually enjoy. I might just, well, obviously, I don't think it's on at the cinema anymore. I'll have to wait till it comes out,
Yeah,
probably on some sort of streaming service
yeah.
to check it out. Yeah, like you said, best King adaptation ever.
I
That's a
wouldn't
big
put it in my top
statement.
10. I wouldn't put it in my top 15, top 10. I wouldn't be in the top 10.
I mean, that is a massive, massive statement to make,
Yeah,
considering
The
some of the
Shining,
others.
Smile. I mean, come
Oh,
on.
I mean, come on, there's just too many.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I just wanted to
Misery.
just go back onto that because I don't know. I think sometimes the hype kind of
Yeah.
generated, and it's
I,
like, well,
I can
is it?
promise
Is it
I wasn't expecting anything amazing. I didn't go into this with expectation and didn't like it because of that. I did like it. And I gave it 3 stars, which is, again to me is worth checking out. And I think simply for the performances, like it's well directed in that. And you might, like I said before, it just doesn't. it gives a lot of promise and doesn't fulfill it. It would have been good as a 6-part miniseries. Would have been really great.
Yep.
Yeah, they could have fleshed out a bit more of those themes and messages, but it introduces too many things and doesn't deliver. Anyway, once again, I interrupted. I think you should watch
And
it.
I probably will. I reckon if it was on a streaming service, I'd probably
Mm.
check it out. And the other one you mentioned, Sovereign,
Yeah.
uh, I had heard of that,
Yes.
and I was checking it out while you were talking about it. And the fact that it has Dennis Quaid in it, I mean, that's amazing just to kick it
Mm.
off. But the other person, Jacob Tremblay.
Yeah.
Now, this guy,
He's
he's
great.
going to be big.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
just,
He should. Yeah.
he's already got that look, you know, he's got the Austin Butler thing going on. Like the older he gets, and
He's a
he started off really, really young,
he's a
and
brilliant
he's
actor.
just
He really is a brilliant actor.
he's he's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
so I would, apart from Dennis, I would see that to
Mm.
see him in something else,
Yes. Yeah. I've been
and
following
even
him since Room, the one where he played the Brie Larson's son in Room. I hope you've seen Room because Room's astonishing. Yeah.
that's well early,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when I saw him in Doctor Sleep, and then I was like, yeah, this kid's fucking good. And then
I mean, he had a small role in that, and yeah,
he's
he doesn't
he's
make
great.
it, but
No,
what he did in it was great.
oh, it's
You
amazing. Yeah.
know?
Amazing. There's some good stories
Also,
about that scene from Mike Flanagan, actually. But anyway, sorry.
oh, it's savage.
It's a brutal scene.
I
Yeah.
actually, I don't like that scene at all.
It's
It's
hard watch, isn't it? But that's how good
it
Mike Flanagan is, right?
it's horrific, but you know, I mean, yeah, he's in the Good Boys. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
I
like
like Good Boys. That's
it's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
But
So,
also, you know, his work in Wonder, I think
mm,
that
I've
just
not
goes
seen
a little bit
Wonder.
deeper. Oh, it's worth seeing for
It's Owen
sure.
Wilson, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
And
I own it.
is it Julia Roberts?
Yeah. That's the
That is
reason I
a
haven't watched it. I don't like Julia Roberts. That's why I wouldn't have watched it.
if you can look past Julia Roberts, I mean, she's really great in it.
Yeah.
I've always thought she's pretty cool. It's a really touching film. I mean, Nick Offerman,
Yeah.
Megan Mullally, fucking oh my god, there's some really good people in that film.
Yeah.
I need to see it, and it's got a really great rating too. I mean, it's up there.
It
I
sucks
mean,
you
it's
only get a
on
DVD.
Prime, but it's a
But yeah.
rental buy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I might just have to rent or buy it after this. I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Yeah. I mean, December is massive. I should read out some of the because they're just the ones that AID are bringing out, but there's so many others that are coming from like, I mean, like I said, Vision doing GI Jane. Fleabag is
Mm,
getting a Blu-ray release, and Fleabag's great. If you haven't seen Fleabag, I think it's on Amazon Prime still. 2 seasons, absolutely hilarious. Obviously, Vision's Jackie Brown and Jade are coming. What are some other things? Yeah, the Life Force from Imprint, Priest, Sure Shock Box. Sorry about this. Oh, Silent Night, Deadly Night, parts 1 and 2. Kiwi Cult. Actually, that's January. Yeah, tons. There's tons coming. Anyway, I'll move on to what's coming next year, though. Let's do that. Most of these, I know I've said some stuff in the past that hasn't come to pass, but things change in the market and they don't get here, and some promises are made, some promises are broken, and then that's how we go. Anyway, take it as much as you like, but these films are coming next year. Spinal Tap 1 and 2, they're already on the JB website, January 14. Bad Guys is getting a 4K, as in that's the animated movie. Smokey and the Bandit, Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, Shooter, the Mark Wahlberg film. We're finally getting War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds, Steven Spielberg one. There is a really good chance, again, don't take this. What am I saying, Shane? We're not
sure.
anymore either.
War of the Worlds.
I had some shit to say and it's just slipped my mind. Anyway, a big announcement should be coming. Should a really strong chance we're getting Killers of the Flower Moon as a 4K released here. Yeah.
That is pretty good.
It is. It's a really strong chance. Shutter Island will get a local release on 4K. Les Mis, the Hugh Jackman and Hathaway one. Wicked for Good, obviously. Begonia will be coming from them, which is a new Yorgos film, and I am super keen to see that.
I did see this earlier and I looked it up and was like, I hadn't heard of this, but it sounded really interesting. And I
It's
mean, Emma
getting,
Stone.
yeah, it's getting great reviews. Great reviews. Another big one is Lawrence of Arabia is going to be getting a standard release, and 100% would recommend that if you didn't get to pick up the Steelbook, an all-time classic film. Here's one that's going to make your eyebrows raise. All Interactive are releasing Silent Night, Deadly Night on 4K. So if you've got the Viavision one ordered, don't get it because it's obviously way overpriced. This should actually be in February. We're also we're getting the Divergent triple pack 4K in March-ish. Again, these timeframes are subject to change. Panic Room is finally getting an Australian release on Steelbook here. Prince of Egypt in time for Easter. Jarhead will be March next year. The 28 Years Later Bone Temple. The Roofman, which I'm hearing really good things about, as well as Hamnet, which I'm also hearing good things about. That's probably going to be an Oscar-nominated film. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, if you give a shit. Sisu 2 is possible to get a 4K here, which means we may get Sisu 1 on 4K here. In the second quarter of next year, here are some big ones. It's possible we're going to get Coda, because Coda is a Paramount title that's being released and you can import it at the moment, pre-order by import. But it's possible we'll get that here. Here's a big one that everyone's been wetting themselves about for quite a while, but we will be getting The Keep on 4K in the second quarter of next year. And I want to hear your thoughts on that.
The Keep. Well,
Everyone's got thoughts on that.
are we talking a single steelbook in a little box for $120?
This will be a standard release for about $35.
Holy balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just put Vinegar to shame. It's put everyone to shame.
I hope people listening to spread the word, and this might stop Viavision trying to sell their shit at such elevated prices. Please spread the word that The Keep will be coming at a standard price in Australia. Just wait 4 or 5 months. And I can do that. I've got enough movies to fill my time until that time. Yeah.
I think we all have enough films to, pass the time for the next 50 years.
Yes.
But
a couple of
that is very cool. For
Yes.
$35 for
Yeah.
The Keep, which has been breaking the internet for at least a year and a bit.
I know, right?
And especially with that Viavision nonsense.
Yes. Yeah. I've got some information about that that I can't talk about. Hard 8 is getting a 4K release next year. The PTA film.
Very fucking cool.
Yeah,
Very
I love
cool.
Hard 8 was obviously his debut feature, and I really like it. It's probably he's still his weakest feature, but it's still a really great film. And Days of Heaven, you would know that a bit better than me, I believe. Days of Heaven, because it's not ringing a bell off the top of my head.
Days of Heaven. I do know that.
I think that's the Richard Gere film. Yeah, Richard Gere, Brooke Adams.
Familiar.
I actually watched Brooke Adams was in the watched her yesterday in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and Sam Shepard, Terrence Malick film. That's the one. Hot-tempered farm labourer convinces the woman he loves to marry their rich but dying boss so that they can have a claim to his fortune. There you go.
I was just reading it as you read it. It was very, very sweet and touching.
It's a 7.7, which is
very, very good. I mean, early Richard Gere is always good.
Yeah.
I mean, and crazy, awesome cast too.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I can talk about that's coming next year. Yeah. Should we move on to the next one?
Sure.
There are some random catalogue releases that were announced, which I probably should have spoken about before all that dribble. But Edward Scissorhands was obviously released, and Coda, we may get it here. And Boogie Nights, obviously, but I'm uncertain whether the Steelbook's coming because the standard's been on hold. So anyway, my predictions, stuff I've noticed on Amazon Trends, I think that will be getting a 4K. Liar Liar is seemingly on sale, which is weird. Liar Liar would be a great 4K, and I can only imagine Kino doing that at this stage. Inner Space is definitely due. I would lap up a 4K of Inner Space. I really like that film.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it'd be sick, wouldn't it? Such a fun
I
movie.
That's on one of my 4K lists from way back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the last one that I think will definitely begin in 4K, and I think this is probably a no-brainer, Free Willy.
Yes, that definitely is well overdue for one.
Yeah, not that I'm asking for it because I could give two fucks about Free Willy, but I've just seen that it's been on sale, and I would imagine early next year we'll probably get an announcement that Free Willy is coming to 4K. Yeah, that's going to bring us on to our last segment. Am I right?
It is.
What do we have due
It
for
is.
4K? What do we want to come to 4K? So, what have you got for us, my man? First off,
All right. So, as everyone knows, I don't have any physical media that I can pull out of shelves at the moment. So, I kind of have to go off the fly for a lot of these. This one, you may have mentioned it already. I reckon you have. If you haven't, I've got a backup plan for that. But Airheads, have you
I have not
mentioned this
mentioned that.
before?
No, I haven't.
I thought you may have a few months back, but if you haven't, that's fucking sick. I reckon that'd be a great shout title to come out, man.
Yeah,
That's a great film. It hasn't had, I don't know, I don't think it's had much past DVD, surely.
probably not. It'd be pretty hard to come across, I reckon.
And if it was Blu-ray, it would definitely be an import, maybe even a Euro release, because they
Yeah,
do tend to put out a lot of stuff like that.
I reckon a film like that'd be a
Um,
lot of music rights issues, to be honest, because
oh,
there's a lot of
no
music
doubt.
in it, right?
It's a great film, though. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It'd just be awesome to see that get a release that's
Mm.
beyond DVD. Even if it was Blu-ray, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, I agree. Even a Blu-ray would be fine for that. Yeah. My first one is a film I had to watch for when I say had to watch, like it was a real chore, for my Cinematic Wasteland podcast, which is a film from 1933. If you don't know the Cinematic Wasteland, we every month we have an episode where we talk about a film that came out that year and basically discuss cinema history at the time and all the milestones that happened through that year. But I did watch King Kong from 1933, and I was shocked that that doesn't have a 4K. I searched because it's fucking great. It is such a great movie, especially if you're into history of cinema, because this was kind of like the first ever blockbuster that was made. It was actually the biggest movie of that year of 1933, made over $10 million, which is, if you think of how many cinemas were in America in 1933 and the cost of a ticket to get in, $10 million is a lot of tickets if a ticket was only costing 5 or 10 cents at a time. I think the next highest grossing film of that year only made 2 million. So it's a big gap, right? A great, great film. It's the action in it is stop motion. If you've seen the Peter Jackson King Kong, it's similar in its action and in its plot devices, but it's just a fun watching the stop motion and the way they use technique back in that time. It was a very groundbreaking film. In a 4K, it would be spectacular. I can't gush about that film enough, actually. Over to you.
It would be pretty good. Like, I am
Mm.
surprised
Yeah,
that
it's a
one hasn't
shock.
had one,
Yeah.
considering some of the other ones have. Like, I think it was the 70s one.
Yes. Yeah, I've got both of the other ones. Yeah. And they're all
They got
good.
4Ks.
All of the King Kongs are good movies, for sure. The 70s one's probably the lesser of them, but it's still a great movie.
So yeah, I mean, it would have to be coming, surely.
It
Surely
makes no
there'd be
sense why there's
someone
not.
working on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bring it on. Let's do it. Over to you.
All right. So because I kind of had a backup plan for Airheads, and
Mm.
I am a Steve Buscemi fan.
Oh, yes, me
Um,
too.
Living in Oblivion. I don't
Oh,
know if you've seen that one.
no, I haven't.
Um,
No.
it's another one that hasn't really had much, I don't think, past DVD.
Early.
And I also think if Shout did it, it would make sense.
Oh,
Um,
dude.
it,
I've never heard of this.
it's fucking great, man.
I
Like
had to look
that
it
is
up.
it's a film. It's just not widely available, but
No, well,
it's a great
no.
movie.
It's a
I
7.5. It's also got Catherine Keener and Dermot Mulroney in it as well.
I know, right? Just nuts.
Peter Dinklage. God, Kevin Corrigan.
Some
No?
of these people would look beyond young. I mean, this is from
Yeah,
95.
yeah, yeah. I'm keen. I am going to look that up. Absolutely, I want that.
And there's nothing, it doesn't say where you can watch it either, which is, I mean, it's the
No,
sort of film you would think Prime would have, but it'd be like a rent or buy one.
it does.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
and not even they have it. I mean, the cast alone is just off the charts. There's some awesome
yeah.
people in this movie.
It looks really good. Yeah. The next one on my list is something that. Sorry, did you want
Oh no, no, that's
to?
it.
Okay.
I'm hoping that one day we even get a Blu-ray,
It would be nice.
just
Well, I
so
think
we
there is a
can all sit
Blu-ray.
back and
Just
watch it.
there appears to be a Blu-ray because I'm looking it up now, but it would be very much out of print, as they say in the
Oh,
trades.
out of print. What does that even mean, Adam?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone should have a discussion about it. My next one is something I reckon you've seen, and I reckon you've probably forgot it exists. But I remember watching this a few times. It is a notoriously bad movie, but I really liked it. Now, tell me if you can guess the movie that stars Morgan Freeman and Christian Slater.
Oh yeah, that
Oh
old
yeah,
chestnut,
no,
chestnut,
Hard Rain.
hard rain,
Yeah, man. Hard Rain.
hard.
I've not seen it for 30 years, but I remember really enjoying it, and it's a kind of wild ride.
It's a
Morgan's the
good
bad
movie.
guy.
I'll
Yeah,
watch it. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
I'm a
yeah,
fan of that.
bad 90s action is still good 90s action. But yeah, that's something I've never seen on a physical of any kind. So yeah, other than a VHS tape.
Now you say that, right? I'm sure Shock put that out.
Not as a 4K, surely.
Not of a 4K, but I'm pretty sure it was on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
There it
definitely a
is.
Blu-ray of it.
Yeah. I don't think I have it, but if I did
Yeah.
have it, I wouldn't be surprised because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
something I would have seen and gone, I'm getting that.
The
I need it.
DVD's pretty expensive to be honest on eBay. Like it's over $20 just for the DVD. So yes, he's long out of print.
Yeah, yeah. It's up there. It's crazy up
Hmm.
there. So
Kind of makes me want to buy it, but I'm not going to buy it. Yeah, it was. I thought it
don't
was
do it, Adam.
fun. I remember it being fun. I'd probably watch it now and go, "What the hell?" But yeah. Anyway, number three for you.
All right. Number three for me is a film called Trespass.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's not the Nicole Kidman, Nicolas Cage one. No. It's the old 90s one with Ice Cube and Ice-T, Bill Paxton, and William Sadler. I need to say William Sadler
Oh yeah.
because that
Love
dude
him.
is a fucking legend.
Yep. Big
A
fan.
bunch of firefighters going into very gang related territory trying to find this gold in an
Mm-hmm.
old busted church, and it just gets grim. That's the
Mm.
best way to describe it. But it's such a cool action flick. It's it's just wild, man. 101 put this out ages and ages ago on Blu-ray, but it's
Oh
had
yeah.
DVD because that's when I first bought it. I reckon that's very worthy of a 4K for sure. It's a great film.
Definitely. Couldn't agree more. Have I said this one before? Raising Arizona?
I don't think you have. I
I
know
don't
we've
think I
talked
have
about
either.
raising before, but
Yeah.
not not in a 4K sense.
I know I've talked also about wanting more Coen Brothers films on 4K, but I don't think I mentioned title specifically. So yeah. Anyway, I love Raising Arizona. It's funny as balls, man. It's one of the funniest movies. Big fan.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. Anything early Nick Cage is
mm,
is wild.
yeah, we need to get Vampire's Kiss.
Well, didn't that get an MVD Blu-ray release? Like,
Possibly. Yes, it did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I remember
I
because
mean, the
yeah,
fact that it even got that is pretty good.
it's due for a re-release for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. Like, that's another one that would be like shout or scream, I reckon. It's just got
Yeah,
that vibe about it.
I
But
agree.
yeah, I've got my next one would be this is a double header because we
Yep.
like to do doubles these days.
Yeah, why not?
Revenge of the Nerds 1
Yeah.
and 2.
Yeah.
Like, come on. What the fuck is going on? Why isn't this out yet?
It's a
That
good
they're
point.
just they're awesome movies. They're so
Yeah.
funny. And
The nostalgia would smash that.
I kind of I know the first one is like cult epic, but I still love the second one just as much. I just think that vibe of them getting stranded on an island and then they find all that crazy shit on the island. And I just find it all very cool. And I
I'm
haven't
going to have
seen
to
these.
admit, I have probably seen these in the 80s, but I don't remember a damn thing about them other than the fact that I want to watch them again. And I've been thinking that
Oh,
for a while as well.
they're absolute gold. And to
Yeah.
get them on Blu-ray, it's very expensive. Like,
Yeah.
I think I would be happy to wait for them to come out on 4K one day. And the fact that like Umbrella haven't done like a double pack of these, I find a little bit weird because it's the
Yeah.
sort of films that they would put out as a double. And if they did, I totally would have bought them already and I
I'm
would have watched them a lot.
I'm looking them
It
up
just,
now on Just Watch, and I reckon these are some rights issues because Revenge of the Nerds 2 you can get
yeah.
on it's on Disney Plus and Apple TV. Revenge of the Nerds
Uh,
4 is on Apple TV. Revenge of the Nerds 1 not available on anything, and number
I'm
3 is
sure
also
that
not
had
available on anything. So with those mixed type of it's probably a rights, it's probably just licensing thing. No one probably knows who owns it.
I'm sure number one had like a Blu-ray release at some point
Yeah, there'd be a fair chance.
because if it did, it would be very expensive.
Listen to the cast in Revenge of the Nerds. Robert Carradine, Anthony Edwards, Timothy Busfield, Curtis Armstrong, who I think is hilarious, Larry B. Scott. It's got quite a few, well, especially those first five. Ted McGinley. It's got quite a few people in it who came something. James Cromwell's in it as well. John Goodman.
It's
Like
crazy, man.
it's
Like,
got some people in it. Like
absolutely.
it's yeah. Yeah, yeah. I need to. I don't know if I've seen that again recently. Anyway, all right. My next one is a movie I love. It is well, it's not a modern take anymore on one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies. It's Throw Mama from the Train, which is kind of like a comedic remake of, you know it, Strangers on a Train.
Oh my God.
It's
Yes.
great, right? Tell me it's not great.
I watched it, I reckon earlier in the year on,
Yeah,
I think it was Prime. I love that movie.
yeah, it's
It's
so good.
so dark, disturbing, and hilarious.
It's yeah, it is. It's not even on Prime anymore. It's on It's on Stan or MGM. But yeah, man, I love that film. It's so fucking great. It's so great, and I'd love to see that get a 4K. Even a Blu-ray would be fine. Maybe we could change this not from what our 4K wish list, just a physical wish list. But yeah, we need it. I'm glad you have seen it and like it too, because it's awesome.
Yeah, that film, I've loved that from way back. Like,
Mm.
I can't think of her name, but she's so good as the mum.
Oh yeah, Anne Ramsey.
Oh my gosh.
She's she's Mama whatever in the Goonies.
Yeah, she played this horrific looking woman in just about anything that she did, and Goonies.
Yeah.
She was just so good as a villain that wasn't a villain.
Yep.
Uh, she's just a
Yep.
very bad person, and I liked it.
Cranky old bitch. Yeah. And
Pretty
Danny
much
DeVito, man. Yeah. Danny
gold.
DeVito, I love that dude. He's up there as one of my all-time favorite people, not just actors, just people. I think he's amazing. Yeah. You're lucky last.
Well, my lucky last is actually a three banger. I want to see the entire Porky's collection get
Yeah.
a 4K release.
Yeah. You've gone
Fucking
some old
love
80s
those
comedy
movies.
tonight.
I love those movies so much. I mean, especially the first one. That is the best.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, gratuitous fun, you
Who's been
know.
doing the Russ Myers movies releases? Was that Vinegar that were doing Russ Meyer movies? Because it's
Nah,
amazing they
Severin.
haven't. Severin, okay.
Severin were
It,
doing them.
it's kind of weird that Porky's wouldn't be the first one they think of to do.
So it's right up there. It's in
Hmm.
that vein of just hinged
Yeah.
raunch. I mean, for me,
I think they're on
when
Tubi.
I was younger, watching these films was like, oh, I'm near watching some softcore porn, but it's funny. You know, there's just too
Yeah,
many
that's
scenes in that first one that you're just like, how did they even put this onto film?
yeah.
They're
It's not on
trying to
anything
rip his dick through a fucking wall.
through a glory hole.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gold. I mean, the second one just it didn't live up to the first, and the Porky's Revenge is just ridiculous. But I think they should all come out together on 4K if they're gonna do it.
It would be a good
But
set.
it's
Oh,
no,
absolutely, it would sell. Everyone's
and
got a little
even if it
nostalgia for
was
that.
just Blu-ray, I'm all
Mm,
for that too.
yep. I could see Imprint doing something like that, or Via Vision, not Imprint specifically, but it could be a Via Vision release.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, well, sadly, they will sting you. My last one, again, this is something I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, but it's weird if neither of us has mentioned this, is Gremlins 2.
Gremlins 2. Now,
It doesn't have a
we
4K, right?
I don't think we talked about it in this, but I'm sure it came up not long
Yeah,
ago. We
that's
were
what makes me
talking
think
about it.
I'm gonna go into Blu-ray.com while I'm here. Why not? You know, good radio.
I think you did mention this not as in your wish list, but on one of the films you saw on Amazon that was cheap,
Yes, I was a
and
prediction. Yes, of course.
that's
Of
what it was.
course. Yeah, it was a
And you're
prediction.
like,
And
I reckon this one should be coming out, and I think it's worthy of a 4K release.
yeah, well, now I'm saying it needs a 4K, and it probably will now. Yeah, maybe I should put those predictions in my called wish list. But yeah, anyway, Gremlins 2. I need to rewatch it. I have a DVD of it. That's probably why I haven't watched it for a while. Because last time I watched it, I thought this is just the trashiest thing. But now I've read up about it a bit because it's not good, but it's deliberately not good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, which is makes me want to, when I watch it, I'll watch it with new eyes. So, yeah, I think that brings us to an end. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that was all my list that I created while we were chatting this whole time.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, you did well with those. Pulled something out of left field. Anyway, everyone, thank you for listening. It has been another Bonza episode. Bonza, mate,
Absolutely.
look, all the best in the Black Friday sales coming up to everyone. Hope you get what you want at a good price. I also hope you do well in December before we meet again. Some epic stuff coming. Hopefully you get some, good bargains. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. You can catch me at KerbSide_collections on Instagram. Shane is at Blue Relic Hunter. I'm also Kerb Rider on Letterboxd. If you can't find me, check out the link in my profile on the Instagram page. This is KerbSide Collections, and this pickup show is part of the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. Wherever you can find podcasts, you'll get whatever you want from this network. I am bad at outros, as we all know. It's never going to be the same. And we will sign off. Love you and leave you. Thank you, everyone. See you next month.
Catch you later, guys.
Thanks, Shane.